Okay, let me make sure my thumbnails are good.
So
Sorry, I've been
we are
running around.
live.
Oh,
Oh,
that comes.
Let them.
that was quite immediate. Oh,
Yeah. Thank you, Alex, that you are going live with us. It's very cool.
it's about time. I mean, you've been asking me for quite a while now, haven't you? I've been well aware that
Thank
you've
you,
been
Alex,
asked.
that you are
Oh,
going
hold
live.
on, I've got an echo. Hold on, let me just turn that down.
It's about time.
You've been asking me. You've been asking me. Oh, there you go. Sorry. Yeah, it's about time because you've been asking me for quite a while now, haven't you? And I've just been had so much going on with
Yeah.
music and the book and everything. It's just like to get in the right frame of mind. But thankfully, now a lot of the projects that I've done have gone now. I've done because I do a lot of work for people in the community. They're always asking me, hey, can you do this? Hey, can you do that? Hey, can you come here? Hey, it's like being pulled from left to right being in this community, which I love because I always say yes. That's my problem. I always say yes to people, and I find myself incredibly busy and no time to go on streams and everything, but I've done most of my work now, so I've got some time, so here I am.
Yeah, very
Oh,
nice.
much appreciated.
No, thank you for inviting me. It's just I'm sorry it took so long.
So tell us
No.
about your book. That sounds exciting.
Yeah. Well, it's Lindsay, you're aware of my work. You're aware of the Flat Earth Man music and that. And
Yes.
one of the songs I did was "Don't Believe in Gravity." And I was on a stream recently, probably about 3 weeks ago, and Dave Weiss said to me, "Why don't you release your songs in a book format? Just use the lyrics as the story." And I never considered that before. I'd always seen Flat Earth Man as maybe one day being an animated cartoon series for kids, but that was always like too much work. I wouldn't have a clue how to do that. But he said, "Well, why don't you just do a book?" And that's the obvious stepping stone. All I had to do was take screenshots of my videos, make them look, really vibrant and colorful for children, and that's what we did. And 3 weeks later, we have a book. It's only a 23 or 25-page book, but it's basically screenshots from the videos with the lyrics, and it's really, really colorful and really vibrant, and it's going to be great because it's going to teach children how to think rather than what to think. And we already know that kids love my music anyway, because enough parents have stopped me and said, I use your videos to educate my children. So we know that kids really resonate with it. I've even had private messages from kids with looking at the camera and saying hello to me and stuff like that. So I had no idea that I was going to be teaching children with this stuff, because I'm just a big kid anyway. So I was just putting my own, childlike personality into videos, and had no idea that it was going to resonate with children. It was, it's just really me putting my thoughts into crazy music. So here I am now. This I don't want to call myself a teacher, but it's certainly influencing in some kind of way. So now we've got this book, and it's about to be released in a couple of weeks, and I couldn't be more excited. It's great.
Yeah, well, call yourself a teacher because you don't want to call yourself an influencer these days, not with that
No,
connotation.
that's very true. That is very true. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I suppose my online persona is conspiracy music guru. If I had my way again, I wouldn't choose that name, because people think that I don't know, it's just a handle at the end of the day. It's just an
Yeah.
online name. But when you look into what guru actually means, it means a guide, really. So I'm sort of guiding people to this information musically. So I'm not so frightened of the word guru anymore, because when you say guru to people, they think that you're this sort of guy on the foothills of the Himalayas, like sort of meditating, and that sort of guru. But that guru just really means mentor or guide. So so that's what I'm doing. I'm showing people this information, and it resonates with people, and I didn't expect it to. It's just my awakening in music form. That's all it is. When you look at the Flat Earth Man album, that's when I learned about gravity and satellites and the ISS and the moon landing, all of that stuff. The best way I can communicate is through music. So that's what I did. So all of my music catalog is basically me awakening to all of these things. There you go. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah, look, he's got that. Look, still got it, bro. Nice.
Yeah,
Stay
you
flat,
sent
dude.
it to me. You sent
Yeah,
it to
yeah,
me,
yeah, yeah.
Alex.
That's what's so cool about your music. Yeah, and as a listener, you whether you've gone through that process yourself. I mean, I can't speak for someone who has, would maybe experience what you're going while going along with it. Someone who's newer into it, but Manny says he's known your music for a few years, but I would have loved to have discovered it earlier, because the way that you spell out the thought processes and the questions asked is just so cool.
that's what I mean. With a song, you can't go into too much detail. I mean, these topics are obviously absolutely huge. They're huge topics. But how can you get a huge topic across like gravity in a 5-minute song? You can't do it because it's obviously a lot more than just buoyancy and density. It's a lot more than that. But I just put in the song, I just put the highlight, I put the bullet points into a song. I try to just get people to question the bullet points. And once they've got a bullet point, then they can maybe sort of start critically thinking about what they've been told. So I'm just really, my songs are singing, what about this? What about that? Have you looked at this? Have you looked at that? Have you considered this? This doesn't make sense. Well, that's suspicious, don't you think? That kind of thing all the way through the whole album. So it's basically a dot connecting exercise and me highlighting the bullet points of the nonsensical narrative that we're told about space and ISS and satellites and all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's a good teaching tool because it is simple and it's in 5 minutes. You know, I'm not putting out a 2-hour documentary. It's a 5-minute song and they're funny, so people share them. That's why it's traveled so much, because it's using humor. Humor is a humor and music together it travels a lot further than a 2-hour documentary would, you know.
Absolutely. Jess Palmer here in the comments says, I play his music at the construction site. Hey, that's nice. And it's a great working song too.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Well, I'm trying to do all different types of music. I mean, obviously there's the Flat Earth Man album, which is a country album, which before I made that, I didn't even like country music, but I have quite a fondness for it now that I've made an album. So there's that, and then I'm doing rock music and reggae. I'm trying to do all sorts of music because obviously if I do all sorts of music, then it's going to resonate with all sorts of people. I don't just want to stick to country or stick to reggae or stick to this, you know. I don't want to be pigeonholed as this country artist or rock artist or blues artist. I want to do all genres. I want to do hip hop. I want to do R&B. I want to do every possible kind of genre, even opera maybe one day, you know, because it will just travel further if I do more kinds of music. So, you know, I hope that, you know, one day my opera music's being played somewhere, or so there's, you know, I know some people playing my hip hop album somewhere, or it's on a building site somewhere, you know. So I like that. I like hearing feedback like that, that someone's using it at work and they're subjecting their fellow carpenters or builders to my music or whatever. Yeah. So I quite like that.
We need music
Alex,
playing
like that everywhere. Sorry, Lindsay.
Good.
Can you
yeah, I was
just mean, right?
Alex, that's for you.
Your music always puts me in a good mood, Alex. Well, that's nice. That's nice. Thank you. And it's probably because of the 432 hertz. So that's what I would say to that. You know, I had a message from a guy today that he just discovered that every time he listens to music in 440 hertz, he gets quite angry. And he said, I've just discovered this. He said, when I listen to 432, he's brand new to this topic. He said, when I listen to your music, it makes me more calmer. He said, is that anything to do with the frequency chat? I said, absolutely it is. You know, it sort of, he just said he has a friend also that feels angry when he listens to music in 440. And I said, well, there you go. And I get feedback like that all the time. So, you know, my music making people happy is, yeah, obviously the lyrical content and the jolly choruses and all of that. But I do think 432 hertz has something to do with it, without a doubt. I would say that.
Oh, yeah, this is a good comment.
Which
Go ahead, Manny. Oh,
yeah, I only want to say thank you, Alex, that I can use your music for my Nikon B1000 1000 videos.
Oh, no problem at all.
I'm very thankful. You sent me a lot of stuff, and you know I am a really fan from you.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, I know.
I only listen to your music.
It's his body. Well, gotta have it. Well,
I mean,
putting the guy on the spot here, Manny.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say to that. I mean, I wish there's not enough people doing what I'm doing. If there were more people doing what I was doing, you know, conscious music, jolly music, happy music. Not all of my music is happy and jolly, but if there were more people doing my sort of music, conscious music in 432, then maybe you'd have a bigger CD collection, Manny, maybe.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we'll get there collectively. But here's a comment from Dean.
I always listen to the live album from the Flat Earth Man. This is my favorite.
I'm trying to read the content.
My wife was really offended when I played her Flat Earth Man song. We are now divorced. Thanks, Alex.
No.
If she doesn't like Alex's music, then it's for the best, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, what was it that David Weiss always says? If you're in a relationship and one's flat and one's not, that relationship's not going to last for you. You can't have those two kinds of people in the same household. I mean, I have got a friend whose wife is complete globe earther, been vaccinated and everything, and then he's a flat earther and is completely woke, and they're still together, curiously, but he's always pissing and moaning like she just doesn't get it, she just doesn't. So I don't think that's going to last very long. I don't think relationships can last very long if you have one that's woke and one that's not, because there's two completely different paradigms. How can those two people get along? I can't see it. Yeah, no, I don't think they can. I don't think.
Yeah, this year has been crazy for me. But yeah, it's true. But
so I'm assuming from that comment you're in a similar situation, or no?
Yeah. Okay, without saying too much, but yeah.
Right. Okay. Enough said.
But yeah, people need to be understood. It's very important.
It's very tough because there's just the type of people that just will never get it, no matter how much. That these types of people cannot be swayed with logic and reason and facts, and that's the most frustrating thing. And whatever that is, I don't know. I always say this quote on many streams, and people are probably tired of me saying it, but Da Vinci said there are three classes of people: those that see when they are shown, and those who do not see. And there are just people that do not see. There's just that class of people out there that, for whatever reason, if you present them with facts and logic and reasoning and information, they will never get ever get it. And I can't understand what that is. It's such an enigma. It's quite fascinating, really, why they just can't seem to critically think for themselves. Is that mind control? Is it hypnotism? Probably a bit of both, really. But it is their journey. It is their journey, sadly. But they're all around us.
Yes, it's wild to think about. And why can't they? And why do others see? Why do they? Because they're
I don't know.
But it's cool though.
I don't know. It may be, I don't know. A lot of people, you know, if you speak to the cannabis community, they will say it's cannabis that opens the mind. And you know, I don't know, maybe there's something to that. Or if you speak to the creative community, they will say it's right brainers that only get this, and the left brain logic, the logical people, the mathematical and the people that are really good at languages, the real left brainers, they will never get it. But yet I know left brainers and logical people and people that speak 4 languages and they get it. So I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is that's creating this. I don't know.
All of the above. I don't believe in labels, man. Left brain, right brain. I mean, hopefully you're using all of it. Or trying.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not logical at all. I'm not very good at languages. I'm not very good at mathematics. But you know, if the right brain is responsible for creativity, then I would call myself more predominantly right brained, because I'm, you know, I hate reading. I hate, you know, reading manuals, and you know, if there's any kind of administration to do, it's my wife that does it all. But but all the creative stuff I'm responsible for. Is that a right brain trait? I don't know, but I don't know. I'm not. No idea.
I don't know. Hi, I Heart Fairies 82. Flat Earth Group Sundial.
Flat thumbs to you.
Hey, Chrissy.
Yeah.
So what's on the agenda, Manny?
Yeah, we can do everything. Alex, do you have some good stuff to share the screen?
No, not really. I mean, I have my book. I don't. How the hell do I share the screen? I'd have to go and forage out the link if I could find it. But I only have my. Yeah, I think that's the only real thing that I'm involved in at the moment is this book. So let me find the link, and I can. Yeah. Oh, there's the link right there.
Yeah, sure.
Copy link. Now, how on earth do I share my screen? There you go. Or shall I just drop the link to you and then you can go through it? How about that? Or shall I do it from you?
Yeah, you do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Share video. Share screen. Sharing. Blah blah blah. I don't do this very often. You can tell, can't you? Okay. Allow stream.
That's the way, because we started going live, Alex.
Yeah, to show Santos
only to show Santos how to share the screen.
Right.
Or like we say, to share the screen. Yeah, it works, Alex.
Screen share.
Yeah, so you can see me. Okay. That's good. Oh, I can see myself now. Now, where did I put that link? It'll be right there. So maybe there.
Yeah, and for someone
who... can you...
Oh.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it works. It works.
Right.
It works.
So that's the working title, or the working sort of the cover, basically. Well, it just shows Flat Earth Man looking at a balloon, and he's talking about the title is Flat Earth Man Don't Believe in Gravity. So that's that. That's the title.
Yeah.
And the inner pages, obviously, you've got to have your copyright nonsense and your ISBN number, all the legal crap that you have to put in there, and what have you. So that's that page, and then it goes straight into the song. I remember when I learned in school about gravity; it was so cool, and so on and so on. And it's basically,
I love.
You like that? I had a teacher that knew it all. She taught me how.
I love it.
Oh no, it's weird, isn't it? Coming out of my, that's such a weird accent. It really is. But yeah, so
Alex, you told me. Alex, you told me one time if you will your music become mainstream, you will take me on. My English is not so good. On the stage, I will sing a song with you.
Oh, backstage passes in the hall, VIP.
Yeah. You know why I said that? It's because I know that I will probably never do a live gig, because you know why I won't do a live gig anymore? Because I can reach so many more people from my home, from doing it from my studio. I could go and do a gig in front of 1,000 people. That's all very good. But if I release a video, I can reach 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100,000, 300,000, even like nearly 500,000 people with one song on my channel. So to go and do gigs and on stage, and then I have to find a competent bunch of musicians, which is very, very difficult to find, by the way, particularly in this area. Then I have to get a team, a crew, and all of that. To go and gig is just, especially at my age now that I'm over 50, it's just such a daunting thing for me to even consider. I just really love doing what I do from the comfort of my own home. I've done a few gigs, but it's just always so stressful for me. And I don't, you know, you're only playing to 200 or 300 people in the audience, well, or however many. Whereas I can reach thousands and thousands and thousands, or even millions of people from the comfort of my own home. And the goal here is to reach as many people as possible. If I start going on tour and start doing gigs, then it's going to take me out of the studio, and that's what I do best. I'm more at home in the studio, so. So there's that. So I don't think I'll be doing gigs in the future, but never say never. You just never know. But at the moment, I feel like I belong in the studio because I'm reaching a lot of people. I don't think I could do that by going on tour, you know?
Yeah.
So it's kind of a when pigs fly kind of scenario.
You got it.
Did you also make a video for the Martin Liedtke video?
For who?
For the Martin.
Oh, Martin.
Yeah,
Martin. Yeah. You won't be able to see that until after the. You're going to ask me for a link, so you want to see it, don't you? Right? Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all made, and I've sent it over to him, and I sent it to him on Saturday, and he was so happy with it. He said, "Please come on the stream tonight," and I was like, "Oh, that's really kind." So that's how that stream happened on Saturday. It wasn't planned. It was just like I sent him the video, because I sent it on the Saturday because I thought if I send it on a Saturday, he does a show on a Saturday, and if I send it to him on a Saturday, then he'll probably talk about it. So, but I didn't expect to be invited on to the stream, but we had a really great stream and we had a really great chat. But yeah, the video's done for him. So I shall send you a link to that when I get a chance.
Nice. I'll have to check out the stream from Saturday because I missed Saturday.
It's pretty cool. It's a 3-hour stream. I came in at about an hour into it, and then Dave Weiss came in, and then Roxanne Glenn and another guy called Richie Rich. So it's a real but nice mixture of people with all different sort of, views and opinions, but we're all, on the same page ultimately, which was nice. So yeah, this book is, as you can see, is very bright and colorful and vibrant, and I think it's very eye-catching for children, and it's the best we could do with zero budget, let's put it that way. I mean, I could have employed an illustrator and had them drawn all cartoon figures and all of that, and it would have been fantastic, but it would have cost thousands doing it that way. This way we literally just took screenshots from the video, made them a little bit more vibrant, put a filter on them, and it's just the story. So if we continue, you can, if you know the video, then you'll know what's coming in the book. I couldn't wait to tell my dad about the amazing day that I had. He picked me up. I was bursting with pride. He opened up the door and I jumped inside. And on and on and on it goes. Nice and bright and vibrant. There's a lot of me in it. Well, I say me, it's the character, obviously. But I think kids resonate with that, you know, the cowboy character and the sort of Western theme and how animated he is. But yeah, really nice colouring throughout. Talks about Isaac Newton's Freemasonry and, you know, in fact, my boy, it's density, and that's why things fall down, you see. An object always falls to the ground if it's heavier than the air that surrounds. So it's a nice teaching tool as well. It's teaching kids about buoyancy and density, and that there are alternative theories out there, you know, and don't just believe everything you've heard, and, you know, question what you've just been taught, you know, and that kind of thing. So it's good for critical thinking. I like it. I think it's going to be a hit in the community, and this is going to be one of 10 books, because I've got 10 Flat Earth Man songs, so there should be 10 books. So I'm going to have a very, very busy year. Oh, look, there's Eddie. Bless him. He's not with us anymore. Yeah, bless him. So yeah, it's pretty much done, really. So shall I stop sharing now? How do I stop sharing? Stop screen. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been up to. As much as, well, I've been doing a theme song for somebody else. I did Martin's video. I've got a jingle to do for Truth Smacks. But things are calming down a little bit now. Things are calming down a little bit. But I've got stuff to do in the garden. I've got so much stuff to do. It's just like, I wish I had a cloning machine. You know, I've only got one pair of hands, but you know, I'm never bored. Let's put it that way.
Oh no.
Marshall will drink the coffee and then he'll jump in.
All right.
Look forward to it.
Yeah.
I met Marshy in Denver.
Sure.
I met Marshy in Denver in 2018. I didn't get to talk to him that much because that was such a whirlwind, that event. It was just, there was so much going on in Denver. But he was there. I remember him being there, and I remember meeting him. But so it'll be nice to catch up with him again.
Yeah,
What
you
year
bring
was
me to him.
Sorry?
Lindsay?
Oh yeah, what year was that?
2018. That was November 2018, Denver Flat Earth Conference. And I did a gig there as well. I was like the, if you want to call it the headline, I was the last guy to go on stage and play for an hour. And it was great. Yeah, it was so good because playing Flat Earth music in front of 600 Flat Earthers, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. It was just, you know, I just knew it was going to go down well, and it really did. There was all on their feet, standing ovation and cheering for more, one more, one more. It was like the best gig I ever did, but also really, really stressful because...
Yeah, and I see the white guitar behind you. Everybody has signed.
Yeah, that's a good spot.
Yeah, show it in the camera, Alex.
Denver, FE 2018 there, and we have so many signatures on there of people that you've all heard.
Oh, wow.
Some people you will like and some people you will despise. I mean, there's a lot of division in the community, so there's a lot of signatures on there that a lot of people won't necessarily agree with. But I don't get into that name calling and shield calling nonsense. It's so divisive. But yeah, there's a lot of. I mean, there's a couple of names on there that aren't with us anymore. Rob Skeeber's on there. He's not with us anymore. Mad Mike Hughes, or whatever you think of him, he's on there as well. But yeah, this is for me. This is like a priceless guitar. You know, it cost me £600 like 10 years ago. So it's not the most expensive guitar in the world, but in terms of sentimental value, the fact that it's been to Denver and it was on the stage there, and I did an hour, and I have that wonderful memory of it, and all of these people have signed it, and it's my baby.
Yeah. I know every video from you, Alex.
It's up to snuff on your trivia.
Yeah, we'll have to have a quiz, won't we, one day?
All good.
Okay, so should I bring up some memes and get them ready or something?
Yeah.
And Alex, I swear, when I first heard you singing, I thought you were American. I really did. I think I told you that before at one point. I was like, no.
It's not the first time I've heard that. And that is a massive compliment, because I've never been to America. I probably listened to too much American TV, and I just did the most stereotypical Southern accent that came out. And when I was in Denver, so many people were saying, "How you're not." They had no idea that it was an accent. They thought I was this Texan guy. This. Hold on, I've got the hat. Kind of thought I was. Just, hey, how you doing, man? Like it's like they thought that was real. So for me, that's a huge compliment. So
I would never have known. Never in a million years would have known that you're English. Never. British.
That's great. That's great. Well, thank you for that. Yeah, it just goes to show that I must be pretty good at accents. I am good at accents, to be fair. I do a bunch of different accents, and I've got more to come as well. There's a lot more that I think there's a lot more that you haven't seen that I'm going to do. You know, I've got a lot more under my belt, so to speak. So
yeah, this is great.
Yeah, so no, it's nice. It's nice that people say that, because if I can fool, well, not that it's my intention to fool, but if I can, you know, convince American people that I'm American, then I think I've done a pretty good job there. I think.
Yeah, I feel like you know, when they go behind the scenes with like the cast of The Simpsons and they're a normal person, and then they just start talking in the voice. Ah!
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that. It's really weird, isn't it? Because you're so used to the voice of the cartoon character, and I know exactly what you mean when you see the Bart Simpson, the lady that does the Bart Simpson voice. I didn't even know it was a lady until I saw that panel, and then she does the voice, and you're like, "Whoa, that's so weird." It's just because not what you're expecting. It's not what you're used to.
Yeah, exactly. Here, should we so a few more minutes until Marsh gets here. Why don't we do some memes, Manny?
Yeah, for me it's okay. If it's okay for Alex.
Of course, yeah. It's your show.
We like memes. All right, are we on
love
part?
memes.
Are we on 12, 13, 14, or 15?
Yeah, take the certain ones. I think they are good.
Okay, sure. Oh no, my mouse is being janky. Okay, 13. 13.
Yeah. Share the screen.
Hang on.
Come on, woman, share the screen.
Alex, what do you say to the green screen from Lindsay?
Oh yeah, I'm disorganized today, so I got myself a fancy green screen because I thought I'd put some like crazy melted buildings or some crazy stuff behind me, but
could probably do with an iron. It could do with an iron and some better lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to mess with that.
One of your best videos, Alex, is when you build your new studio.
Say again?
When you make your new studio. That was a cool video.
Yeah, that was a lot of work. That's only a 20-minute video, but it took me probably, I don't know, a good couple of months to do the whole thing, to do the whole studio. But it had to be done because the studio was it was unworkable. The more video work I was doing, it just wasn't working the way it was. So I had to change everything around so I could do it more prolifically, more. Yeah. So yeah, everything's been changed around now. The green screen's right down that end. My studio desk is right up this end. So all the music happens at one end, and all the green screen work happens at another end, which is a lot nicer way to work. So I've just got it on like a roller, so I can just roll it down, and I've got a green screen. Or if I don't want the green screen, I can just pull the roller and it goes up. So yeah, it's a
Blue Bubble Studio.
Blue Bubble Studio, yeah. I had a studio in England called Blue Bubble Studio, and that's where the name comes from.
Okay.
That was before I woke up to flat Earth, so there's an interesting bit of synchronicity there. Well, if I'd have called it Blue Marble Studios, I'd be like, oh my god. Yeah, but yeah, I called it Blue Bubble Studios in 2007. I called it that for whatever reason, and then. Cut a long story short, I kept the sign from that studio, the LED sign, which I show in the video. And now that the name Blue Bubble Studio is way more appropriate than it ever was. So interesting synchronicity there.
Hi, Kappa. We have Kappa here.
And someone's talking about pooting and farting in the chat. Come on, guys. What is this?
Oh, Kapalicious 420. Nice name, 420. I resonate with that. Nice.
Yeah, Alex is a legend.
A legend?
A legend. And in Austria, we say legend, Alex.
There's your legend right there.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, Flat Earth's stuff is saying about divisiveness and blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, well.
I ain't got no time for divisiveness.
No.
If you don't like it, fuck off. That's what I say. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't got time for that.
Holy shit.
You've got to learn to take the meat and leave the bones, haven't you? You know, if it doesn't resonate, then move along. You know, it's like a buffet, isn't it? If you don't like what's on the buffet, you leave it. You don't write messages on. Oh, don't even get me started. I've got no.
Okay, I'm gonna share screen. Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah.
Share screen.
Yeah, and Alex Santos will go live with us too, but he now has a strike.
Ah. Yeah,
Like a 90-day one or something. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is the price to pay for authenticity.
Sorry, I called him on the weekend because Martin also wanted him in the show. And he told me he put some water over the keyboard and so his laptop is gone.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Wait, am I sharing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Dude. Oh wait. Dude. Okay. There we go. I've got a few of those open. Research Flutter.
If it looks like I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking to my right, which I have a really big screen, so I'm not. I'm looking at what you're looking at, so
I can't see anything anyway.
We've got a crying baby coming. And I see you, Alex. I'm the only one to see you.
Okay. I do have a crying baby that's coming here for a hug. It's okay, Rolly.
Yeah.
Come here. It's okay. You can sit with me. Let's look at some funny pictures.
Rolly. Hey, Rolly, brother.
It's okay. You
Alex, do you know Rolly?
right now.
I can see.
Oh, you can see him?
Yeah.
Oh, poor baby.
Rolly.
Maybe this. Well, he can't see you. So. Hang on 1 second.
Rolly, brother.
I don't know what to do. Okay, can you calm down, Rolly? Here.
I think my camera's froze, isn't it? I think my camera's froze, isn't it? No, oh no, it hasn't.
You are working fine.
Okay.
Hey, Rolly.
Aww.
Rolly.
He just wants. Maybe this is not the best time for doing memes then. Yeah, he's being a cuddle bug.
Rolly.
But it's always like that, Alex. That's what happens when you go live. Like everything's chill, and it's like, okay, let's start this segment, and then.
I understand. Chill. It's perfectly fine. It doesn't bother me at all. You do what you got to do.
Hey, can you give Manny and Alex a flat thumbs?
Hey, Rolly.
He usually loves doing flat thumbs. Oh.
Yeah, sure.
There you go. Just go into my sweater.
Yeah, all is good, brother.
A little sensory deprivation. No, is that not cutting it? Okay.
Yeah, all good.
Do you want to go on a video or something?
Yeah. Alex, show my newest video with your music. Is it okay?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Yeah, so Dylan, screen sharing, left screen, audio. So do you hear the sound good, Alex?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah. So what the shit?
You shouldn't believe it. Oh no. Here we go. Yeah, I remember when I learned in school about gravity. Yeah, it was so cool. I had a teacher that knew it all. She taught me how water can stick to a ball, how buildings stick to the underside of a ball that spins like a carousel ride. Huh. Man, it all sounded crazy to me, but I love learning about gravity. Yeah, I couldn't wait to tell my dad about the amazing day that I had. He picked me up, I was bursting with pride. He opened up the door and I jumped inside. He smiled at me and said, "How was your day?" I said, "Dad, I was blown away, 'cause I learned about this magical thing, but it's kind of got my head to spin. I learned about this mutant guy. When an apple fell on his head, he surmised that there must be a force that's pulling it down, and everything's being sucked to the ground. A force that sticks us all to this ball, the people, the buildings, the oceans, and all. So it was written in history. Newton had discovered gravity. Well, he just looked at me and said, "Don't believe in gravity, no. Don't believe in fantasy. Don't believe, 'cause a theory's all it is. It's never been proven, but they teach it to the kids. Yes, they do." Well, my dad felt a little bit sad for me when I mentioned that word gravity. He said, "Have a little independent thought. Question what you've just been taught. I mean, how the hell could a ball that spins make a force so strong it sucks everything in, yet birds and insects fly unaffected? Gravity must be so selective. Think about it logically, 'cause that don't make no sense to me. You gotta question all those preachers preach and question all those teachers teach. You see, gravity is just a bunch of bull. That Newton guy's just a lying fool. These guys like Newton know they shouldn't be trusted. Their free Masonic lies have been busted. In fact, my boy, it's density, and that's why things fall down, you see. An object always falls to the ground if it's heavier than the air that surrounds. If it's lighter than air, then it'll rise. It'll keep on floating up to the skies. That's what's known as buoyancy. Well, that makes more sense than gravity. I want to hear everybody sing along. Don't believe in gravity. Beautiful. Don't believe what? Yeah. Don't believe what? Up here is all it is. Yeah. It's never been proven, but they teach it to the kids. Yes, they do. Beautiful. Okay, you want to hear what my dad said to me? He said, "I'm sorry, son, for bursting your bubble, but that kind of thing can get you in trouble. These theories they try to put in your head, it's all just pseudoscience," he said. "They'll have you believing in all kinds of crap. That gravity nonsense belongs in the trash. Believe me when I say to you, there ain't no gravity, and that's the truth." Yeah. Well, my daddy made me think. That day, he made me think in a different way. I did some thinking for myself, and I put that theory back on the shelf. That gravity crap is indoctrination, not truthful, trusted information. People need to wake up and see there ain't no such thing as gravity. Let me hear you sing. Don't believe in gravity, no. Don't believe in fantasy. Yeah, don't believe what? You know, it's never been proven, but they teach it to the kids. One more time. Yeah, don't believe it. No, don't believe it. Why? Yeah, it's never been proven, but they teach it to the kids. Beautiful! Thank you so much for singing.
Davey boy in the house.
Hey, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, mate. How's it going?
Hey,
Not
Marty.
too bad. I never set it up on a tablet before, so you might just bear with me a sec.
No worries.
Sorry
Sounds-
for the quick video stop, but Lindsay called me via FaceTime, and maybe that was the shit, but always good. Always
shit.
good. Very nice that we see you, Marshy.
Yeah, good. So I just woke up. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning, so I thought I'd better have a power nap before I came on. And it went on a little bit longer than expected.
That's all right.
Sounds pretty good.
We know this.
How's it going, mate? It's been a while.
Yeah, good, mate. Good. How are you? All right.
All right, busy. You know, when you fall into this information, life's never dull, is it? I'm always doing something for someone, or just music, or a book I'm doing now. So it's just like it's never a dull moment, this end, mate. So it's just, you know, it's good in a way. You know, I mean, I go from like one day being really depressed and then one day being really high and excited about life. It's just like this roller coaster, which is we're all on, right?
Yeah, it's not easy being awake these days, is it? You know what I mean? No, it's quite difficult watching it all around you, and like you try and explain it to people and trying to explain what's going on, and like, you know what I mean, think you're crazy and what have you. But there's been some crazy stuff happening over the last couple of years.
I can't really quite get my head around it. In one way, I feel very sort of privileged in a way to be alive, to see it and see what's going on, especially to be awake to it. You know, that's what I'm grateful for. But I don't know, you know, what the thing that sort of worries me, I don't really try and worry or fear anything, because that's what they want. But I wonder what's down the pipeline. I wonder what's going on, what's going to happen in a year or 2 or 3. I mean, I saw some horrific stuff from Shanghai today, like what's going on over there. They're doing like COVID 2.0 over there at the moment, and massive lockdowns and whole tower blocks being locked down, and just real tyranny going on over there. And what worries me is that they seem to use China as this test bed of what they can get away with, and will they be implementing that kind of tyranny in the Western world in the coming years? I don't know. So I do worry about things like that. But, you know, as soon as I get lost in my studio and music and try and, you know, just act the fool, and then everything's all right again, all of a sudden, you know what I mean? So like I say, I'll go from day to day with different feelings of it all. But yeah, it's quite amazing to see this shit going down. It really is. I can't quite get my head around it.
Yeah, I don't know if you watched it, but I shared a link last week sometime, called a documentary called Shock Doctrine from 2009.
No, I don't think I've caught that. No.
It's interesting. Obviously, it's quite an old documentary. It's a British documentary, actually. Obviously, it's based around America and all that, and it shows you how these people in power basically shock a nation into submitting, into basically giving up their freedoms and things like that. And they use every single technique what was mentioned in that documentary. You can see what's been happening today, you know, with inflation, with wars, pandemics, you name it, every single kind of agenda. Yeah, you can basically see it clear as day. It's quite scary when you go back and you watch these things.
I mean, we've known the agendas, haven't we? We're all aware of documents like Silent Wars for Quiet Weapons and all that sort of thing. We've all been aware of this New World Order, this totalitarian tiptoe, and we've all been aware, but I never thought it. I mean, I just saw the gradual sort of tyranny slowly, but in the last 2 years, it's been like they've thrown everything at it, you know? So that's what worries me a little bit, that they're really ramping up and they're really great, you know, gaining speed and momentum with this stuff. So, yeah, I'm not surprised that there's books and documentaries and films talking about this stuff years ago. It's just, now it's coming to fruition, which is like, holy shit.
I watched Wag the Dog the other night. I suppose you've seen it in the past, like, but yeah, when you watch that film now, it makes a hell of a lot more sense what's going on. With Ukraine and things like that.
Yeah, it makes me wonder whether this whole Ukraine thing is actually going on, or whether it is like a wag the dog psyop, or whether, you know, I mean, certainly you don't believe anything that the mainstream news does. Sometimes I even question, is there a war at all? You know, is it just the whole thing a psyop?
Yeah, Alex.
Yeah, exactly. I think exactly the same. And I work in the national health supply chain. Yeah, and if there was a real pandemic, I would have been the first person to know about it. Yeah. We haven't seen any difference in any of the orders, whether it be PPE stuff or like that, in the last 2 years. Nothing. There hasn't been a change. If you put it in a graph, it'd be a straight line probably. In fact, it might have even took a dip sometimes. You know what I mean?
You told me this at the first time, Marshy, 2 years ago. It's a hoax.
Yeah, and what really worried me through all this, and obviously it actually made me lose a little bit of faith. Actually, is the amount of people that bought into it. It's just so scary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's.
Hi, Deborah.
Hello, Debbie.
How are we doing here? All right. Sorry, I didn't really introduce myself, did I? Sorry, I was a bit late coming on there. I've been up since 4 o'clock, and I thought I'd just have a little power nap before I came on.
So
I'm actually sat in my sim rig, if you can see.
Yeah.
Got a few books there behind me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Some interesting books. Yeah.
You have a lot.
1984, the graphic novel.
That's not a work of fiction anymore, is it? That should be current affairs.
It never was fiction. It was a playbook.
Yeah, that's a blueprint. Yeah.
The real Anthony Fauci. The Greatest Lie on Earth. I think it's about the 150th edition. It's got about 8,000 pages. It's huge, that one. Yeah. So I've got a quite good book collection there as well.
I know what you said earlier about losing faith, like the amount of people that bought into it. That was shocking to me when I saw the amount of just not the gullibility, but just the subservientness, or just the general compliance was just shocking to me. Absolutely shocking. I couldn't believe it. And I thought, no, it just must be the Spanish. Spanish are just really, really, you know, they're just really mind controlled. But then you start saying, this is everyone's doing it. Everybody's just shocking. Shocking.
Well, when it first kicked off, I think it was in March 2020. I was actually on holiday in Fuerteventura with my mother.
I remember
kicked off.
Holding up a bottle of Corona. I remember that.
At that time, yeah, obviously, I ain't got a TV, so I don't know exactly what's going on. All I could see when I was at airport was all the, like, obviously on the BBC News and things like that. When I got there, when I first got to Spain, nothing really was different there at the time. So I just went about my business because we was in a private villa, and I thought, yeah, this is okay. And then they shut everything down on the Friday night, and I never thought of it again. So then I got a notification saying my flight had been cancelled. I was like, oh, what's going on here then? So I tried to rebook another flight, and I couldn't get a flight, so I just left it for the time being. And I thought, oh, I might be stuck on the island for a while. My mum was worrying because obviously she's getting on a little bit, and she takes quite a lot of big pharma medic. So she was worried about if obviously she needs heart tablets and all that. So we went out on the Saturday to go into the town to try and get some medication for her. And we got stopped about 6 times by the Guardia Civil, the army, the police, you name it. They were all out in force. And at the time, you weren't even supposed to travel together. Only one of you was supposed to leave the building. So I knew then that something obviously was happening. Like, after that, I thought, oh, well, I'll just have to stick around the complex then, because we obviously had a pool there. And I went down to the pool next door in my shorts and my towel and that, and they bloody taped it all off, didn't they? So couldn't even go to the local pool either. Wow. But it was interesting, to say the least.
There's a bit of an echo. There's a bit of an echo coming through with you, so it's a bit difficult to understand. But yeah, that was probably right at the start of it, or was it 2020?
Do you have a headset?
He has a new.
If you give me 2 minutes, what I can do a bit of juggling round, and I can put the headset on. I can't put my headset on the tablet. It's got no headset socket. So what I'll do. Just have a little chat between yourselves, and I'll boot the laptop up. It'd be better on the laptop.
Yeah.
It might not even be. It might be me, but I've just turned my speakers right down, and it's still feeling.
No, it's a little bit basic.
Yeah, I think it might be me because obviously the sound's coming through the tablet, and it's relooping.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put you on mute 2 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, but I know what you're saying. But I know what you right at the beginning. It was. No, I can still hear that echo. So it can't be Dave.
Oh, wait.
If he's muted, it can't be him. Still in the echo. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
My microphone was muted.
Lindsay, it might be you. It might be you. It might be
Yeah.
me. It might be me. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's me. It's me.
So I don't have an echo.
Yeah, Alex, it's you.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. No, still hear it. No, still hear it.
Yeah, now it's not because I shut off your microphone, and when
1, 2,
I bring
3.
you in, it's
Check 1, 2. 1, 2. Where's that come from?
no problem.
It might
All
be
good.
from
All
my
good.
headphones.
No, Lindsay, because when I click you away, everything is good. But listen, when I click Alex away, can you hear it?
No.
It's from Alex.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. That's annoying.
Shun him.
You know what? I'm gonna go out and come back in again because
Yeah, do it, Alex. Yeah.
We've
Now
got
the sound is very good. Yeah.
I hear myself echoing, but you don't hear me echoing.
No, for me the sound is very nice everywhere. Yeah, Brian Evans, Debbie.
And who is
Debbie.
Surfev 2010? I haven't seen.
Yeah, I've seen him. I also don't see him. Copyright at all.
Yeah, Dave.
Alex is here.
Okay.
So,
check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check 1. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. No echo.
It's better.
God, that's really embarrassing when you accuse every one of the panel members of having an echo and it happens to be me. Not a good look, is it?
Yeah. And you are the master of sound, Alex.
Obviously not. Obviously not.
Yeah, but you know, with all of this crazy stuff, the compliance, it makes me think that everything over the past 2 years has just been sort of a warm up for whatever is next. Just testing the waters, and obviously it went very well for them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
By and large.
they couldn't have asked for more, could they? They must have been sitting there around their table, just rubbing their hands together, all you know, celebrating and high fiving each other. Look how compliant they are. They're
yeah, like taking bets on how compliant people would have been, and you know, then people celebrating. Oh wait.
Marshy.
Oh,
We have
You've got Dave twice.
Yeah, Marshy is like Santos. Santos also can do this.
he's made himself alone. He can
How's that for magic? Eh?
Dr. Manhattan himself.
I can
disconnect
kick
one of
you
them.
out. Yeah, I can kick you out. Wait.
The irony is that Dave didn't have to do any of that because it was coming from me.
Yeah,
It wasn't me then, was it?
No, I don't think it was. It was me.
I wonder what happened to the other guy.
I'm like, for fuck's sake, Dave, where's your professionalism, man? Like, it's an echo. You should know better than that. And it's me.
Well, I treated myself to a new tablet because I'm sick of like staring at my phone, like, because I don't have a TV. So I thought I'm going to get a decent tablet.
Yeah, show it in the camera, Marshy.
Hey, can one of our mods take care of Brimley, please? Just get him out. Bye.
Emily.
Yes. So I thought I'd treat myself to a nice Samsung tablet, and I just sort of test it out, like see what it's like when you're doing conference calls and things. But I mean, it seems all right. But obviously, you could do with an headset.
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm sat in my sim rig now. Look, you can just about see the steering wheel. Look.
I can still hear that echo a little bit, but it's not going to annoy me. It won't annoy me. I promise you. I've done everything I can on my end.
Thank you, Lindsay, for watching the chat.
Yeah.
Do you suffer with trolls then on your stream?
Yeah.
Not often, but sometimes.
Yeah, it's the second time now.
Right.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Fuck them. It's flat.
Fuck off.
There's a lot of trolls in the truth community. Let's just say that.
I don't get it. Why would you stick around and watch something that you clearly don't like? Why don't you just move on? I don't sit there watching stuff that annoys me. What kind of a person watches stuff that annoys them? Why would you do that? If you don't like it, I don't like this, I'll move on. You change the channel. You turn. Just madness.
I went to
we all should go to the NASA Facebook page and make them a little bit look crazy.
start trolling NASA.
Yeah.
That's different. That's
Yeah,
fun.
that's acceptable.
Yeah, Marshy.
What were I going to say? Oh yeah, I went to a protest in London last year, and when I got back to work on the Monday, I was taken to the office with the general manager because it was during lockdown, and asked what I was doing in London. I says, "It's none of your business. I can do what I want at the weekend." Yeah, and what it turned out, somebody had reported me at work because I went live over Facebook, and they'd actually reported me to the higher management, like. So, but when I was sat in the office with the general manager, and I says, so what have I done wrong then? So can I go out the weekends? I can do what I want. And they said at the time, like, well, we can't stop you doing this, but blah blah blah. I thought, get stuff to do what I want. So
that's amazing. So, I mean, did you get a written warning or a verbal warning?
No, nothing. There's basically.
Oi, oi.
Flat dance.
The only way you can get in trouble at work through social media is if you're slagging the company off and things like that.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, what were you protesting?
Well, it was a lockdown. It was all the lockdown and the restrictions, weren't it? It was one of them big protests in London with
Liedtke,
with David Icke and things like David Icke there and a few others. So it was good. They all marched through London. It was massive. Honestly, God knows how many people there. It was the most amount of people I've ever seen in my life.
I saw a lot of them, and it was great to see. I have a different mindset of protest now. I'm more of a be the change you want to see kind of guy now. I don't think shouting at government buildings is going to change anything. So I'm more of that mindset now. But it's a good indication of who's waking up. So that's the good thing about it.
Yeah, that's one good thing about the pandemic. I mean, I think it awakened up a few more people. Not many, but a few. Like, you know what I mean? You got to see the actual bar of people who are actually awake, if you know what I mean. Yeah, but I would say there's still like above 90% people are still fast asleep. I've got a clue what's going on.
Amazing. Martin, it's been a long time, man.
Martin.
Burns, guys.
Split dams, everybody. Marshy, flat.
How are we doing it right?
Hi, Marshy. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So interestingly, I've met Martin and Alex.
I know.
So yeah, we met Martin a few times at the Flat Earth conferences in the UK. Yeah. And obviously met Alex in Denver, which was absolutely crazy.
Yeah, that looked amazing online.
Was it Denver? It was Denver, weren't it? Yeah.
It was Denver, yeah. That I was just saying before you came on, that whole experience for me was such a whirlwind. I remember you being there. I remember we met and we spoke and everything, but the whole thing was just like, it's such a blur to me because there was so much going on and so much interaction. And I had to be on stage and I had jet lag and I was feeling like shit and I had anxiety. So it's just that whole thing was like, what the fuck happened there? But I've got really, really fond memories. I've got lots of photographs and great video footage, and I would do it again if it didn't cost so much money.
Yeah, that after party was something else, weren't it?
Oh, it was great, wasn't it? What an energy there was in that tiny little pub, you know? It was just, must have been about 30 people on stage all singing karaoke, and the stage was only fit really for one person. So it was an amazing night, yeah.
Yeah, cracking night that was. Yeah.
Aww.
I'm gel. No, I'm not.
Nice.
Well, Martin, you've got your conference coming up, right? Your conference is not far away.
Yeah, I'm probably the busiest man in the world right now, man. It's just like the things I got to do of a day you wouldn't even believe. So yeah, magic to the conference together, and it's on Easter Saturday this weekend.
I know. Is it this weekend?
Any tickets left?
Nice.
But if there are a few left. Because we can't overgo the numbers because it's like this hotel got security and now we can't like exceed our numbers like I did stupidly on my last convention. It was like I don't even know how many hundreds turned up. But you know, I'll shout it like Thursday or something if people can just pay, because loads of people say, oh, can we just pay? And I just don't want to be sending anyone away. That's my worst thing. That'd be awful. So,
yeah, that won't happen.
Whereabouts is it, Martin?
Where we had the 2018 convention in Jury's, I got same suite.
Oh, in Birmingham. Oh, cool.
Yeah, you know, pop down. You're in Nottingham, and you're up there,
Yeah. I might do actually, because I normally have my son at the weekends, but with it being Easter weekend, I don't know what's happening this weekend. But what I'll do, I'll try and find out, and if I'm not, I'll drive down, mate.
Yeah, it'd be wicked to see you, bro.
Yeah.
I'd be there in a heartbeat, mate. If I didn't live in Spain, I'd be there in a heartbeat. But I'm all alone over here. No blue dots around me. Please feel for me. There's no flat earthers around me at all.
What's the restrictions like in Spain now? Have they eased off a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, at one point it was you have to wear a mask in the street, even if you're exercising. It just got ridiculous at one point. And the mask mandate is still in the shops currently, but there is talk of them releasing that on the 20th. We'll see how that goes. Then I will actually go into shops because I refuse to at the moment, and I haven't worn a mask in 2 years, so I haven't been in a shop in 2 years. Every time I do, I have an argument, so it just got very, very stressful. But so if they cancel that mandate on the 20th, then great. But you never know what's going to happen with what's going on at the moment. But they've said if you want to continue wearing your mask, then go for it, kind of thing is what I'm hearing, and that's a good thing in a way, because people will just identify themselves, won't they? As television watching news believers.
I'm a twat.
Yeah, exactly, and you know exactly who to avoid. So that's a good thing in a way. So we'll see what happens.
It's been raining cats and dogs here in Chicago, and the amount of people that I see wearing their masks in the rain is just
It's ridiculous. They're
waterboarding.
Yeah, I got a good T-shirt. Let me show you.
Yeah, sure.
Is that the? I think I know which one that is.
I might wear it at the convention. I don't want to start any scraps or anything. But oh no, that's my flat thumbs one. I got one. Only gimps wear masks, but I haven't worn it in public yet. But I've been wanting to.
Only gimps wear masks.
Yeah. It's got a gimp space on it, right? I had it sent to me, but like I've been wanting to wear it out, but I'm just thinking, I guess enough trouble out, man. And just
I'll do it. You've got to wear that. You've got to wear that. You've got to at the conference, dude. At the conference, you've got to wear it at the conference when cameras are on you. Brilliant.
This was the last time I went to. They had the flat power. Do you remember these? The flat power ones we had, Marshy, at the other convention in 2018. I had that.
Wait there a sec. Wait.
David Bannell, I had that offer. And he's back in Britain, and all David Trinity, our Trinity for men. He's back in Britain.
I also have a new shirt from Alex Witt.
Are we having a T-shirt? Oh, this is like Jaws, exchanging scars. This is brilliant.
I haven't got any here. What a shame.
I've got the Truth logo T-shirt coming in the mail from Manny. Manny's sending it to me. It's at the Chicago airport today, so and some beer.
Oh, very nice.
Good Austrian beer.
Yeah, I sent Lindsay 2 Freistädter beer.
Yes.
And
I got loads of flat Earth T-shirts, flat British stuff. I got
this
loads.
is from Alex.
Oh, that's the one that was banned. I'm not allowed to have that one anymore because it's copyright. So
man.
Yeah,
that's a collector's item now. That's a special edition.
So,
yeah,
that part you got one as well. Yours
I've got one as well, pal. Yes, I've got one as well. I also got this one as well. This is what I made myself.
That's fun. Like it.
And my YouTube logo, Alex also made.
Nice.
I also sent.
I've got that one.
I got loads of like Tatarian stuff. Nah, you won't see a star.
NASA Trappist 1. Do your Tetris, bro.
Yeah, I saw that one. That's so niche though. That one, Dave. No one's gonna get that.
It's got that on the bike.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Nice.
They're great T-shirts, aren't they?
I've got quite a good T-shirt collection.
They are great. They are great. You're like walking billboards. It's a good conversation starter.
Making statements about who you are.
I like the flat as fuck one, but if I wore it, people would look closer and they'd be like, "Are you though?"
That's a thing. I joined a stream the other night. Basically, I was just rambling around on the internet, and I seen some people like talking in the chat stream, and they left the link there, like the StreamYard, and they're slagging off flat earthers. So I thought, oh yeah, well I think I'll join that. Do you know what? They were absolutely horrible to me. They wouldn't let me get a word in edgeways. They asked me questions they did not want to know the answers for. In the end, I just looked at them all. I went, Like you are the rudest, stupidest bunch of people I've ever met in my life, and I mean
that's
it.
That's the MO with these people, though. Did you watch Dave Weiss and Professor Dave?
Yeah, man, exactly what I'm saying.
Exactly,
yeah,
fucking same thing. It's just they're so rude. They think they're so fucking smart because they're repeaters.
Yeah, they can't have a decent, intellectual, respectful conversation. It's all ad hominem, just insults, and that speaks volumes in a way. I kind of like it in a way because it shows their true colours.
Well, yeah, their echo chamber has been the same for 7 years. Marshy will tell you, right? We've been in front of them all, physicists a lot, right? They count nothing to bring to the table, and do you know what? They don't even know the subject they're defending. This is what gets us. Any flat earther will tell you more about heliocentrism than any globe tat. They just don't know shit about shit. They don't even research. So it drives you mad when you know, they asked me a question, yeah, and then I just give them, you know, just a civil on, and that's what I was trying to say to him. So why? Because of what we're standing on, you've got no more civility and you can't talk to me civil. What do you think? I'm stupid? What is it? Why are you so horrible? But they were acting like I guess in like a classroom of school bullies on somebody that had a different idea, but they showed themselves to be really, really fucking retarded.
And I like to think that the intelligent community can see that kind of behaviour and kind of question, well, why are they being so?
Yeah, they were laughing at me. They were laughing at me, like what I was saying was funny. You know, like you know, water, you know, doesn't adhere to fucking, you know, any shape or form on a spinning watery ball. It doesn't take a genius to work this shit out. They're like, gravity.
Yeah, right. Oh God, I can't believe you put yourself in that position, man. I can't believe you joined streams like that.
Well, yeah, I do it now and again to defend the flat Earth. I've done it a few times. I went in a chat stream like a month ago where they were just like, David Weiss was on this like mainstream British guy. Yeah, he's supposed to be truth, but he's like level 0 on the truth. I can't remember his name, but anyway, I rallied up a load of flat earthers to get in his chat, like, you know. Because the stuff they were saying was just ridiculous. It's all the usual stuff, you know. You fall off the edge and just retard stuff. So,
speaking of crazy streams, did you guys see that Sean Hibbler was on Alex Jones, or Alex Jones was on Sean Hibbler's show?
No.
Yeah. I posted the video.
Should we play?
Where was this?
It was just the other day.
Play a bit.
What were they on about?
Alex, well, they were having a civil conversation. That's what makes me think about that, because Alex Jones, he might not be a flat earther, but the way that he was speaking to them was respectful and open-minded, and you know, actually, you know, like you said, Alex, you know, taking the meat and leaving the bones, and they found something that they could agree on. It was so cool.
Great.
So Alex Jones,
didn't talk about it before, Alex Jones, and he's like, he wasn't disputing it. He just didn't want to go into it.
He had David Weiss on, didn't he, for a while? But
yeah,
Alex Jones kept interrupting, and it was who's the guy, the MMA fighter? What's his name? He was going, just let him talk, let the man talk, let the man talk. So he was really on David Weiss's side. Who am I thinking of? Oh, Christ, what's his name?
I know you mean. I can't think of his name.
But yeah, Alex Jones,
you know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Really cool. He was hearing him out.
Yeah, Martin, I loaded the video also on Instagram, so you can find it very quick.
Wicked, thanks.
Yeah, sure. I marked you, I think.
Send me that as well, Manny. Send me that as well. I really want to watch it.
Sure, Alex. Yeah,
thanks, man. Well, that's good. That's interesting. I mean, if you'd gone back a few years, Alex Jones would have never entertained that on you know, regardless of what you think of Alex Jones, we all have, you know, different opinions of him. But to be fair, to give him credit, I was watching him, you know, he was part of my journey at the end of the day. I recognize him as something else now. And same with similar sort of truth tellers like Ike, who never goes towards NASA, never talks about NASA or the moon landing or flat Earth or anything like that. But it's interesting that they're having civil conversations about it now on a network as big as that. So that's really encouraging.
Capalicious says Eddie Bravo is the guy you were thinking.
Eddie Bravo,
yeah,
thank you.
Eddie Bravo. Eddie Bravo.
Yeah, Eddie Bravo was going, let the man talk, let the man talk. So yeah, so that back then Alex Jones was interrupting and wouldn't entertain it. So it'd be, I can't wait to see this video of Sean Hibbler where they're having a, you know, more civil discussion about it. Great.
Yeah, there is the full version. I will look for it too. Yeah. But the short version I can send you very quick, Alex.
Sean Hibbler does great work. He really does great work. Very, very passionate, very, very creative, and very, really creative. Very talented man. I hope we have a lot more content from him. You know, in fact, we're due for the next level movie, right? On Earth Day. That's 11 days, right? That's coming up soon.
Martin, which part do you make the next level?
My part.
Yeah. Tell us about your part, because I think.
Well, it's just questions basically, but I'm more excited about like the work of TJ Tolan at the moment. Some of the stuff he's cracking out, you know, measuring, the dome and everything he's been doing. It's just been fantastic. His stuff is off.
Measuring the dome, did you say?
Is that the guy with the infrared camera?
Yeah, Jay Tolan Media.
Yeah. So he's doing some fantastic stuff. So he's in it as well.
Great.
Santos, a few people, yeah.
Did you all see I'm assuming you've all seen Flatlanders.
Not yet, no.
Yeah.
Is that Jay Tolan, the one who goes, the wonderful flat?
That's it, yes. It's beautiful. Look, it's beautiful. The beautiful flat Earth. Yeah, he was in Flatlanders as well. And Flatlanders, if you hadn't seen it, what a professional, well put together series. I mean, it's only series one, only episode one of a series. And they used my music, which is absolutely brilliant. I was thrilled.
Is that on YouTube?
No, it's on Vimeo. You can rent it for $80. You can rent it for you can rent it for £1, or you can buy it and download it for £2. It's nothing.
I haven't even heard about it.
Yeah, you've got to see it, bro. It's so professional. It's like watching National Geographic documentary, but with truth. It's so well put together. The sound, the quality, the camera work, everything is just so good.
Films are going to be like that.
The best music from you.
Yeah, and to see my music in such a professional setting like that, it's brilliant. My music gets used in lots of videos, but this is like a screen-ready, Netflix-ready kind of series, you know. And
That's true.
It's so good. I really recommend anyone see it. And it's just episode one.
Undeniable evidence of
absolutely, and it's just series one, which was called "We See Too Far." So they go through their "We See Too Far" observations on the ground. Their experiments, and it was really good. I thoroughly recommend it, Martin.
Yeah, I'm thoroughly into his work, man. He's just like so clever. Yeah, this is really smart stuff what he's doing, and it's just
that infrared stuff is undeniable, isn't it? When you're seeing 500 miles or even up to 1,000 miles, you're like, globe done. That's it.
Even with the perspective height, you know, and the observer's perspective height, you know, just taking everything into calculation, the obstruction is still like sometimes it's like a mile in some.
I know. No, but that's refraction, dude. Come on.
Yeah, all right. But he talks about the different circumstances of atmospheric quality. You know, it's essential to this, the dryness or the coldness. He knows how all this works. So brilliant work.
Yeah, Alex, Shelley, the filmmaker from Flatlanders, will also be Lindsay and my guest very soon. At the first time, we will go live with her alone, and the second time we go live with Vika and her, because then we have two filmmakers together.
Great.
And Sean Hibbler told me he will go live when his film is ready.
Beautiful. So you've got a bunch. You got them all lined up. I love it.
There's a lot going on in the community, isn't there?
Yeah, we're smashing it at the moment. There's so much content coming out. It's great. It's
somebody got to do it, brother. Nobody else is going to do it for us.
Damn right.
Yeah,
no.
but Martin, you was our first guest, I think, Lindsay.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I was just cheer all the time and you never noticed.
Yeah.
I found the Flatlanders series, so I'll watch that tonight. It's 75 pence to rent it, or £1.52 to buy. So
the first episode's like 35 minutes long. Really well done. So
I'll have a look at that later on.
I was really impressed with it because, like, I like good quality visuals and I like good quality sound. And often when you're watching a documentary, I'm like, oh, he could have done a bit better. But this was just like perfect. It's just the camera work. Whoever's responsible for the camera work and all the experiments aside, and the information is fantastic. But the camera work and the audio was just like, holy crap! Finally, something like really like Netflix ready to go out there. You know, it's we need more of that. We need, because that's what people pay attention to. If they see it as, if they see it presented as a kind of YouTube video format, people kind of switch off. But when you see it presented like that in such a professional manner, it opens it opens a lot more eyes, I think.
100% agree with you. Yeah, man.
Oh my gosh! Someone get this weirdo out of the chat. Oh, I'm not letting it bother with me, but damn.
I'm not watching the chat. I probably shouldn't, should I?
No, I've seen pictures of agents over in some country in a workshop or something, and they've got a table set up with like 200 smartphones, and they're just like boop boop boop, troll comment here and there, everywhere.
Yeah,
So
I've seen
fuck
those
off,
as well.
troll.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, absolutely.
I've just shared that link to that Shock Doctrine documentary.
Oh yeah, nice. I got it. Yeah,
private chat. So check that out. I'll tell you something. It's an eye opener. Yeah, I know it's a mainstream documentary from 2009, but what's going on now? It's a lot more relevant.
Great. Cheers for that.
All right.
Wonderful.
Yeah, Marshy.
It's also on YouTube. This is the 2009 by
This is the one Shock Doctrine. It's from a novel, from a book actually. But what I was doing, I heard it mentioned on a chat. I can't remember what channel it was aired on. They mentioned the book, so I searched for the book, and it came up with the IMBD documentary for it. So I searched for the documentary, found it, and then obviously watched it that way. But yeah, it's really, really good. Definitely worth a watch.
Oh, cool.
Fair enough. That is coming out, whether they like it or not.
Can't stop it.
There's so much stuff coming out. I love it. It's I mean, I hope I'm alive long enough to see this thing, reach critical mass, and a mass flat Earth awakening. Wouldn't that be amazing to be alive to witness that, and just a massive change in paradigm. And I don't know where we are on that sort of on that road yet. Sometimes I worry that flat Earth is always going to remain this fringe topic that's in the corner of the internet, like 9/11, and always forever censored. But from what I'm seeing, it's just I don't know. I'm torn.
They just locked the world down because everyone was waking up. I don't think that's the case. Back in the day of like Robotham, they closed them down. Then back in the 70s, we had Ferrari. They closed him down, but it's not been that like that with this movement. It's been too powerful, too many people, conferences, records, everyone knows about it, television, mentions on Coronation Street, you name it, it's completely different. So yeah, we could be just like the founders, the Indigo Children, there's plenty. It may take
Did
some
somebody
time.
mention Robotham?
Yeah.
How about the original?
Nice.
Yeah.
Shiny.
Keep that in a safe, mate.
Very lovely.
Yeah, it's like gold dust, mate. That one, 1877 original.
Wow.
So juicy.
Yeah, and it smells beautiful.
Don't do that.
I believe you.
So, Martin, let me ask you: do you believe that the COVID narrative was something to do to quash the awakening, the flat Earth awakening? Anything?
Yeah. Well, Agenda 2020 didn't actually happen, did it? So we were supposed to be like depopulated according to the agenda.
Yeah.
But something did happen, didn't it? They had like a plague and a lockdown, and something really mysterious has happened, and nothing's been the same since, and everyone's scratching their head wondering what's happened to reality. So something 100% definitely happened, a reset of sorts. Maybe out of our frame of reference, maybe something a little bit too advanced technologically, but something has definitely happened. And that is because everybody is waking up. The veil is lifting, and you can feel it day by day. The more days to go past we do this, the more powerful we become. And they know it, and they got no power over us, these dark entities. If you keep on shining your light, they just can't do anything. They're just hopeless, pathetic even. So,
did anybody see the Awake with JP interview with Klaus Schwab?
No, man.
I heard it was good. I haven't watched it yet, but I heard it was one of his best.
If you get a chance to watch it. It's absolutely brilliant.
He does good stuff, and he gets away with it because he's using comedy and sarcasm and satire. That's why I think a lot of people say he must be a shill if he's got 500,000 subscribers. No, I think JP Awaken with JP is his channel name.
He's
Ginger
an American,
guy, long hair, and he's just basically highlighting the nonsense of this world, but doing it in a comedic way and getting away with it because he's using sarcasm. When you use sarcasm, you're just basically telling
I do that.
YouTube algorithms what they want to hear, and they can't censor it. So I think he's getting away with it because he's just being, absolutely, we should be injecting ourselves with poison from the government.
He also did one on Flat Earth, didn't he? Remember, a few years back.
Yeah,
he did a Flat Earth one as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So if he's remaining on you, I want to remain on YouTube. A lot of people are saying you've got to go to Rockfin, you've got to go to, but I don't want to be in an echo chamber. I want to be on YouTube because I think there's a lot of people that need that sort of information there. So I'm going to try and be a lot smarter with my music lyrics and try and avoid the algorithms, just like JP's doing, because he's using sarcasm. If you use sarcasm, you can avoid the algorithms for now. Anyway, God knows what's coming in the coming years. But
Yeah.
I'm getting
Martin,
away
do
with
you
it
have
so
a flat thumbs for Ole?
Fat thumbs, slowly. Double fat thumbs.
Yeah.
Two of my fat thumbs. Yeah, YouTube. So I can't even. I'm struggling to survive, man. I'm having a copyright every other day. They threw one at me from 5 years ago, a couple of days ago, and my current channel's on a copyright strike, and it's just they're just shitting them out for nothing. It's years old stuff that doesn't even matter. The last one was for a video where I talked about Michelangelo's David, and I thought, oh yeah, Michelangelo, the angel Michael. And I was just like, and that was 3 days ago or 4 days ago. So so they're trying to, like, only a week before the conference, sort of like trying to put me off on Hinge Me. They did it before the last convention, man, 2018. I had holy hell before then. And another convention I went to as well, the Kidderminster one. Like, I had my channel taken out like literally days before. I had people coming up to me, 10,000, and subbed me 2 minutes before I was to go on stage. It's like, what? So to me, it feels choreographed. It feels like, you know, it's a little too ironic, don't you think, sort of thing? It just doesn't ring true. It's weird.
It's really a bit coincidental, isn't it, for my liking?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Every time I go to do something like this, all this stuff happens. But it is what it is. I don't expect
it's been quite a sad couple of years for Flat Earth community as well, because we've lost some good people, haven't we, as well?
No
I don't know if you heard the other day that Mike Helmut passed away.
No.
Yeah.
Mike
Helmut's back to.
I've been on shows with him maybe half a dozen times, something like that.
So have I. When we used to go on the Sun and Moon back in the day.
Yeah, they on the Sun and Moon as well. Yeah. I know. I've on the Sun and Moon with him. Oh, it's sad. Yes, Loads went this year, though.
It brought a brilliant little video out, didn't it? The one with Tim Peake. That was amazing. That one.
Oh, that was his. Yeah, that was his. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I love that. That was one of my favourite videos back in the day.
Yeah, when he was talking about augmented reality, that one.
That's the one, yeah. I think there was like 2 parts to it. It was really, really, really good.
Yeah, he bought a lot. So how did he pass then?
I'm not 100% sure. I just saw the message from his wife, and a few comments. Like I didn't really obviously question it. Like I just said that
when you see those posts, it's really tough, isn't it? I mean, what do you say when you see like I've just lost my son? Well, how do you respond to that? You know, it's almost like anything you write, it's just going to be, I don't know, it's just so difficult to approach them subjects, isn't it?
So many have died, though. What about Antonio Subarat? He died. Did you know that?
Yeah, Antonio, yeah.
What a fucking... Well, I had to check on Skype, man, because I didn't believe it when I got told. It was like, are you there? There's like no answer back, so, because he's dead. I just...
Yeah. Fucker.
Back the same. I was like, I can't be true. I was like, exactly the same. That can't be true.
That's unbelievable, that was.
What about... fucking Jibby Jedi, man, my brother, for like 7 years hanging out with him in our little private group. He's my bro. Yeah, Jibby Jedi gone.
Crazy. Yeah. And then don't forget, obviously, the one and only Rob Skiba.
Yeah, I learned a lot from Rob. He was a good man. I met him in Denver, and I mean, I'm not a Christian, but even his Christian teachings, some of that resonated with me, and he would never push it as well. He would never be like that Christian zealot that we do see.
No, he was more Enochian. You know, I thought about the Book of Enoch a lot, so even from that perspective,
right?
Which I'm into as well. The Book of Enoch stuff is off the radar. Good.
Oh, I've got something what you like then, Martin. Just hang about there.
He's treating me. Show me your old book collection.
You have to blow the dust off first.
I collect antique books. I got some juicy books.
This one here. Can you see it?
The book
of Enoch.
100-year-old.
No way.
Wow, Martin.
You've got a good eye.
I don't know if you can see the year there at the bottom.
I can't, but I'll take your word for it. That's brilliant.
I think it's 1926 or something.
Nice. What's it smell like?
Beautiful. My whole books.
Smells like it's 100 years old.
Funny enough, I picked that up off Amazon.
Right. No? You can get all books on Amazon. That's quite true.
It's I saw it and I thought, 100-year-old. I thought I bought it. I think it was $41. Come from America. Took about 6 months to arrive, but when it arrived, I was really pleased with it because it's in like perfect condition. So, but yeah, really good.
Is it readable English? Is there?
Yeah, it's perfectly clear. There's, you know what I mean. The writing in it is. I'll show you the writing. It's you probably can't see it brilliant, but you might get an idea. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Pages are perfect. So
very nice.
Yeah, beautiful little book.
Ooh, I do love books.
Yeah. Dave, I've got to ask you, this whole moon map thing, what's your take on that?
Marshy?
It's an interesting concept. I mean, I don't buy into it, obviously. Yeah. But it's a very, very interesting concept, you know what I mean? But I haven't really looked into it a lot, but what I did see, it's very, very interesting. Yeah. So
yeah, it's interesting to me. I'm not committed to it, but I like to put. I like my mind going there and entertaining it, you know, because there might be something to it, you know. I think Iwaran was saying that it's some kind of negative photo of some kind. How that would work, I don't know, but some kind of negative snapshot of the Earth. I don't know, but I don't know.
By satellite, is it?
Very interesting. There is some quite, should I say, questionable videos out there. I don't know if you saw Eric DeBay's latest video on the moon. Now, I've had a conversation with Eric in regards to this about seeing stars through the moon.
Right.
Yeah, but all the time I've been shooting the moon, and I've been shooting the moon for about what six years now.
Yeah.
I've never ever seen a star through the moon to this day.
I've
filmed plenty of stars go behind the moon and pop out the other side during multiple phases. So I don't know where Eric DeBay is getting his information from, but it's not the same place where I get mine from, and I'm actually shooting the moon on a regular basis.
This crater thing, you know, it's this first came around, probably first time I seen this was an American lady was mentioning it in about 2016. We all talked about it as a community and decided, well, if you can't, like, you know, can we prove the moon's physical object in the first place? No, not really. Can we prove any of this anyway? No, not really. But it was interesting. But we left it at that, and then it's been like rehashed, revamped for the modern day because everybody hasn't been in the flat Earth as long as some people. But yeah, this is old stuff, man. This is old stuff. We've already done and tested this stuff years ago concerning that.
You don't really hear much about Eric these days, do you?
No, not really. Not really.
Just keeps dropping out the old video like every now and then. But
yeah, he's changing paradigm stuff. He talks about consciousness, diet, and other aspects now.
Well, he woke me up to flat Earth anyway. He was one of the main
first
people
thing. Mark
Earth,
Sargent's Clues was for me.
Yeah, Mark Sargent's Clues, and Eric, and there was one more. I can't remember who it was. It was
Rory,
else.
My Perspective, people like that. Flat Earth.
I think it was the guy who went back onto the ball. There was a guy who went back to the ball, weren't they? Can you remember?
Yeah, you're thinking of.
I'm sure it was him.
Ranty.
I think it was. I can't remember. It's such
Ranty,
a long time.
Yeah, he was.
Not Ranty. No, I know. I've met Ranty.
No,
yeah, not
Ranty.
Ranty. But yeah, it's. I don't know what happened there with Ranty. It's a strange one
for me. I don't really get involved in.
It's not possible to go back to the ball.
I don't think it is. There has to be alternative or ulterior motives to that. I don't know, but I don't really try and get involved in the Coronation Streetness of it all. You know.
Now there was quite a lot going. There's quite a lot going on at that time, weren't there, with Ranty and a few others. Like, so I didn't really get involved with it, but I know there was something going on. So I try and keep out of all the flat Earth drama. Yeah, there's been quite a lot of drama over the years. Like, I think this might be my 7th year now. I'm not sure how long I've been looking into it. I think mine was 2016 when I first talked about it. Right, I think I kept it to myself.
Me and Dal was like posting 2015. No, Dal up in Scotland.
Yeah.
So it was me and Dal. And first time I posted, I asked like a message, and it was from Funkit Words, Nick. Funkit Word. First comment.
Funkit Word, yeah.
First comment I ever had on my channel was from him.
Yeah, he used to do some good videos on the moon as well, didn't he?
Did indeed. He's the man to explain perspective really, really well, though.
Yeah. That perspective on the moon, where the moon switched 180 degrees was interesting.
Yeah, that was his.
Yeah, I took a lot from that when I did a video on the rotation of the moon as well. Where I put the moons on my ceiling and moved the camera around, and it rotated. So,
Marshy, I know your old apartment when on the.
I had the moons on the ceiling. Yeah. It was interesting. Yeah, because what I did, I shot the moon outside from certain angles, and I recreated it indoors with the exact same angles, and I got the exact same rotation that I got outside as I got inside as well. So it was quite interesting.
Good
Yeah.
one. I do remember that though. I think you put it on Facebook and all, didn't you?
Yes, I did it. I had it on my presentation. I did in Dallas as well.
Cool stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Clever.
Yeah, for me, Alex was the man who brings me to flat Earth.
Well,
Don't believe in gravity.
Strangely, when Alex posted his first video, I shared his video, and I got 25,000 likes, 25,000 views on that in first week.
So
it went pretty good.
Great.
Mirror Alex, everybody. Mirror Alex.
Yeah.
And for me, it was Martin.
Oh.
But try getting 25,000 views now on Facebook.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry for that.
Sorry for all the trouble I caused you.
Yeah.
I didn't
that's how it
mean
goes.
it.
The Tartarian meltdowns in the house. Hello, love.
Yeah.
Meltage.
I've got some meltage to show. Do you guys want to see some cool melted buildings? I've got a few pictures.
What, you got a whole building there?
Yeah, sure, Lindsay.
I've got some pictures.
Great. Well, while you're pulling that up, allow me to visit the little boys' room.
Yeah.
I just found some cool stuff.
I can't stay for long. I got to go and do some work soon. I got some emails coming in that are important, and I'm just coming in to say hi.
Okay.
Yeah, all good, Martin.
Yeah, we've been on here for about an hour and a half, so I think we're gonna wrap it up in. Oh, and Renee is here, Manny's cousin.
Will you wait for to say goodbye to Alex, Martin?
Hi, Renee.
Oops.
Yeah. Renee is my cousin.
What do you say?
Yeah, Renee's awesome.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hi, Rolly.
Rolly, will you allow me to show some meltage?
Renee Frala.
Renee Freller.
Frala. Sounds like a chocolate bar.
He is like a chocolate bar. He's a jolly,
Lindsay,
good, awesome guy.
Lindsay knows him.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't believe in gravity.
Hey, you should also make an album.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm broadcastable.
Can everyone see my screen?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I just got some. Uh-oh. Hang on. I want to hide this. How do I navigate? No. Why do I always have shit? Oh my gosh, you guys.
All good, Lindsay.
How do I go from... Oh, there we go.
You're good.
Okay.
You're good. You're good.
Okay, I've just got some pictures. Okay, so this is Martin. I know you've been showing some melty stuff, but I just wanted to share a few choice pictures that I found from around the web. I've been having fun with yandex.com, and you can really find some interesting structures.
Now, can I ask a question here at this point? Are we talking about a melted building or something that's melted onto a building?
Well, we're talking about a civilization that's been melted, melded in, like it's just all the stone has run over it and just drip. The stone has turned to...
Yes, the rock has changed into matter. So while one conventionally might say that someone came and found a bunch of boulders and decided to build a fortress onto it and work around all of these things, the meltologist perspective is that it was once a regular structure, perfectly built, and being as the Earth is a motherboard of sorts with all the ley lines, all of the electromagnetic frequencies. So the theory is that the Earth short-circuited and the damage occurred and affected in many different ways depending on where on the circuit board it was. But we have many different kinds of damage. And So, did someone come along to a mountain and be like, oh, let me just get my spiky shoes here so that I can craft this archway here? And, where does the geology begin and the construction? And it's all fused together in many cases. And I've been wanting to show this for a little bit now. The states of matter, the transformation, you see things here that have a certain texture, but it's blackened, and then all these goofy little apertures everywhere. And what is this over here? The structures of the past where, we've all theorized that in the past there were trillions of humanoids or humankind or men and women in this place, you know, because obviously the lie of having a land shortage is total BS. But to think that mountains used to be compounds and structures that could house everyone, you know, like Martin, when you went up to the Tor in Glastonbury.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Like, yeah, and what's underneath there? I heard that there's tunnels and stuff.
Yeah, tunnels just like linked up to the whole area. I'm getting links this morning about like just giant in America as well. From Troy in New York right the way through to New York City, massive tunnels. And I heard today about tunnel systems, massive ones under Britain. I just think that there's just so much going on underneath us. I really, really do. You could probably just like go right the way across this plane and without even sticking your head above ground. Look at that. The Orient Express, the real one.
Oh yeah. And we get different different little clues. Like there will be some red here or there. Like what is this little pocket here? You can see that it was cooked levels.
Ooh, check that out.
So like over here, there's points where there's sort of lines.
Yeah, striations. It's where it's like melded in.
And here's a little old window or something.
Yeah. Wow.
Look at this over here. We have blocks, but then they turn into this stuff.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to share a few of these.
That's excellent, that one.
Yeah, fascinating.
Yes, this shows how it could easily be mistaken as a mountain.
Yeah.
And just these cliffs, these outcrops that they call them, but what actually is it? It goes so much deeper. And
it reminds me of Saxuan, that one, because there's a fort on top of that hill there, and when you look at it on Google, it looks just like that. It's just melted buildings, basically.
Yeah.
That's amazing, that one.
Wow. These are
really plasticine.
Yeah, and it all sort of slides and tilts.
Wow,
yeah,
look at that.
I know. I got some photographs out of an artist, you know, Artemis, and it looks like it's a building in India, and it literally looked like somebody's just cut through it with a hot butter knife. It's just a bit like that. It looks like somebody's put a knife into it, like they were gonna get some butter out. But yeah, just crazy.
Yeah, that looks like that one there. Looks like the previous one that you just showed. Looks like that one looks like the roof has collapsed, and it's just under its own weight has caused this slant to just slide the whole thing. Yeah,
it seems to be so soft. Yeah,
it's like it's like a collapsed cake or something.
Yeah. Can you imagine all going just spludgy, can't you? Just with the heat.
What caused that? What
plasma discharge?
I think I've got the answer. You do know there's a new BBC documentary coming out, don't you, with Attenborough about the meteor hit with the dinosaurs wiped out. I think we've got the answer, guys.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right then.
Please,
I can't wait.
I've seen it advertised. They found some melted dinosaurs. Yeah, so
God, that guy does my head in.
So keep your eye out for that, because they are pushing this meteorite.
There's new films out, isn't there? You know about it as well.
Yeah, so
I want to be the first one to say fuck David Attenborough.
Here.
Indeed. But you know, so take everything that they tell us and about what it was that caused it, and apply the cataclysm event every time they say, you know, meteor shit or whatever. We know what they're actually talking about, which is an overload so drastic that could have ended everything. But this is the Lichtenberg scarring effect from electricity.
Really, it's good, isn't it?
Wow, that's huge.
You can do that on a piece of ply. Get connect up the car battery and then just put the two crocodile clips on each end, and it produces that the same effect. So
you find it everywhere.
Yeah,
find it everywhere on Earth.
What's the effect called? The
Lichtenberg
effect. Nice.
Yes. So here
it also looks like rivers, the human brain, or tree branches, and everything just looks so damn similar in this place. Because it's all one, isn't it? That's a nice one.
Yeah, just seeing how here you have some bricks that are still there, and it just goes to shit. Yes, this is a fine place to build my fortress.
Yeah, got to carry it all up there.
With my flying donkeys, with my magic chisels.
Yeah.
Whee!
Yeah, don't fall though. Don't fall off because you'll die.
No, it's a perfectly strategic position. What could go wrong? Yeah, and
We'll
here's
roll in.
just the layers, and just like thinking of how, if you think about how deep this so-called mountain is, you know, all of these tunnels, all of these, it's like a honeycomb.
Yeah, I bet.
Yes, very interesting.
Very nice.
Lindsay, are you of the opinion that all mountains are melting buildings, or are
Well, I
some
wouldn't go
mountains-
as far as the Himalayas, would you? I can't see the Himalayas
I
mountain
mean,
range.
I don't know
or
if
the
you,
individual
Martin, you know Stellium 7's work, don't you?
Of course I know
He's-
Mike. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Well, he's one of my best buddies. He lives like 5 minutes from me, and we both live very close
Oh,
to the
handy.
Mongo Mountain, which he's done a ton of research and found like over 50 correlations between the mountain and a vertebrae of some kind. And his research is undeniable.
Ooh, I found a wicked. Oh, it's not on this computer. Oh shit! I found an excellent image of a vertebra. Oh, somewhere.
So the question
Yeah.
I'm asking is, what I think what we're looking at is melted buildings, petrified tree stumps, also fallen titans that are petrified. You know,
Yeah.
just things on a grander scale back then.
Yeah,
I keep
yeah,
I
I
keep
do.
my mind pretty open to other ideas, because especially when I see things with my own eyes in person.
You
Like
have to.
I've been to Devil's Tower, and I saw the way that the hexagonal columns were sort of breaking away. I knew it wasn't no dam. Well, I mean, the Native American legend called it Bear Lodge. Bear Lodge, by the way, not Bear Tree. They could have called it like Old Stump in the Native American language, but they chose to call it a building.
Computer.
They did call it a lodge. But they're the tops of things. They're the tops of things that we don't understand, and they're the tops of things that people tell us are something else. So I don't want to poo-poo any idea at this stage in the game, because I think that if people are open to talking about it, and
That's enough.
that's enough.
Yeah.
I'm not with the division BS, and I don't like shit talking. So
Good to hear. Good to hear. No, we should all be sharing our ideas. That's why I asked the questions. What do you think this is? Because, you know, there's a lot of division in the community about melting buildings and petrified tree stumps and petrified titans and all that. You know, we should all be coming together and not arguing about it, but sharing.
yeah, I mean, I do a lot of foraging for interesting rocks and things, and certainly sometimes I do see things that look like petrified organs, petrified bacon.
Oh, you'd love to have a conversation with Mike, my buddy. You'd love to have a chat with him. Maybe I can set that up. But yeah, he's all into that and then some.
But these are structures. You know, what the heck? And this sort of reminds me of the surface of the moon here, which makes me think that if it's some physicalness, then it's the result of an extreme heat and viscousness, and then bubbles popping, sort of, and then solidifying.
That's a good point, Lindsay. Marshy,
Please.
what do you think? Is the moon plasma, or what is the moon?
What the craters? Plasma effect, or
Something on them lines. With the moon, I don't think the object we see in the sky is a physical object at all. I think it's some kind of projection. I'm not saying, I don't know where it's projected from, but I don't know if you've seen some of them moonrises I've caught. The actual size of the moon looks absolutely huge compared to everything else. You know what I mean? You couldn't get that from a physical object.
no?
But if
I
it's a
think-
projection, then why can't you see things?
Hologram.
That's an interesting point as well. Maybe the actual sky is a projection as well. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
There's the moon is such an elusive object. You know what I mean? It's there.
We're not supposed to know, are we? We're not supposed to know. It's one of them enigmas that you're never going to. You have to get to a point where you're comfortable with not knowing some stuff. You know.
Yeah, I'm just looking for a book I've got called The Moon Illusion. Yeah, and it's by two scientists or university lecturers, and they talk about the actual illusion with the moon. And to this day, they still can't answer the question.
Exactly.
Why does the moon appear big on the horizon? They still can't answer the question. Yeah.
I remember when when I first came across some of your work, and I knew that you've been studying the moon for years, and I asked you one simple question: "What is it?" You're like, "I don't know, dude. I don't fucking know."
Yeah,
But
and I still don't know.
Yeah. It's amazing. This
It's
stuff
an
you're showing
enigma.
is brilliant. Love it.
Yeah, she's been searching well.
Yeah, super destroyed. Oh,
Yeah.
and then yes, this is about the motherboard concept. Now this must have been a really powerful area.
Wow.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
actually went to see. I actually went to see Michael Tellinger in Manchester, and he covered a lot of this kind of stuff. Yeah.
He's a flat earther, isn't he?
Yes, he is
I
actually.
think he came out with it, and then he received such a backlash that he stayed off of the subject.
Yeah.
What a
don't
shame.
know.
He did mention it briefly in his presentation.
Oh, he's flat. He's flat.
I went with Aaron Neild.
Just go back to that last one, Lindsay. What's the mainstream explanation for that? A graveyard? A graveyard?
Yeah.
Shrines. Just
Free
a bunch of
energy.
shrines.
What do they call it? Say that again, Lindsay.
Yeah,
sorry?
they just call it shrines. And
Shrines. Oh,
Yeah.
shrines.
Yeah,
Right.
religious, put religious objects in, and the little doors. See the little doors in there.
That's suspicious, don't you think?
But it's not. It's a technology, isn't it? They all look like exactly like spark plugs for a reason.
Yeah.
This is stacking technology. This is a known
Wow.
technology. If using shapes and matter and form to create charge, this thing's massively powerful. And the center bit is, if you looked at that from above, it wouldn't look no different to the modern motherboards of computers.
And this is
Yeah.
gold. This is gold.
Yeah, because it's because we can
100%.
Conductor.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful. I
Central
visited places
processor.
like this in Burma, Shwedagon
Fascinating.
Pagoda,
Mad.
and then we got some more coastal meltage here, just sort of.
Ooh, that looks very Scottish or Welsh.
Yeah, I don't think that this was originally where the sea was,
No, you
No,
want to see the
because you wouldn't
South
build
Wales
it there, would you?
coastline.
You wouldn't build it right on the
No,
edge of a
like
that.
teetering on the edge. Oh, you know, poor Charlie.
The builders would be going, you want me to build what and where? No way.
For how much?
Yeah, you can spot the obvious dangers as well, can't you? Like, you know, the waves and stuff. You sure about
I
that?
want double pay for that.
Danger
Yeah.
money.
So I just want to drain all of this stuff here
Mm.
and see how deep it goes.
It'll fallen away or be dug away or melted away or oh dear.
So, yeah. So this
Where's the rest?
is.
Mad
And
flat.
here you see changes happening in
Yeah,
in
that's a
real
fusion.
time
Yeah,
here.
that looks like a fusion of the two.
Yeah. It's
You
not
see this a lot.
it's
this,
not like, oh, we
yeah.
ran out of red bricks, so we just decided to make the bottom part
Stone.
melted, fused
Yeah.
shit.
Look at that. Looks like a bit of plasma ripped straight into the side of that.
Yeah, and this looks like geological banding and stuff, like in rock layers, but it's masonry.
When this place was arcing out, that plasma lightning they're talking about, when you read about it in like the Iliad, for example, Homer's Iliad, it's not lightning like it's just like super lightning,
Yeah.
and you know it's everywhere, and it's just zapping away and melting everything.
That's some biblical shit right there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I think this is the same location as was shown a couple times, but this is a better picture. See, all throughout here, you're still seeing your lines and whatnot. So yeah.
Very
Maybe
good.
it was a tree.
Not this particular one.
Not that.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
No.
I'm not completely poo-pooing the idea of petrified tree stumps, but
No, because I've seen some pretty massive ones.
Yeah.
Some pretty massive trees.
Some
Yep, so
definitely look like them.
A little contribution for the show today.
Oh, is that a little face on the side by there, on the right hand?
Where's the little face?
Well, right on the where your cursor is. Go out.
that's it.
There's a face there. Go to
Yeah, I
the
can
left,
see
your
it.
left, your right, or whatever.
Why don't I see? Oh,
Keep
Right
going.
there.
Oh,
Right.
there.
Yeah.
hello.
A little bit more. A little bit
Little,
more.
little scully dude.
A little bit
How
more
old
red.
is Ben?
Yeah.
There's two faces there. There's two.
Yeah.
There's two dudes next to each other. One with really big eyes and one with tiny little eyes. They're both going,
Yeah.
"Oh, close your
Oh,
eyes."
is this a face right here? Is that
Yeah.
one? Oh, okay.
You can see the eyes, the nose, and the mouth.
Yeah.
You can you?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, sure.
Who knows?
Pareidolia. Okay, so that's my little stump share.
We found that.
Yeah.
Oh
good.
no! Did I close?
Martin, you found something? Share
I
that
have
with
some. I have a
me.
computer. I got loads of stuff. I've been like just
Okay. Yeah.
prolifically gathering stuff, and I've been getting my presentation ready today for the convention.
I called Santos on
conference.
Saturday for you.
Hmm?
I called last Saturday Santos for you.
On
It was-
FLATASTIC.
Yeah, it was very cool to hear him again. It was a 5-minute call, but he
Yeah, I
was
think he's banned off Facebook or something.
yeah,
such,
yeah,
isn't he?
also on
Yeah.
Facebook. Yeah,
And then he spilled water on his keyboard and fried his
Yeah.
computer. So he's effed right now.
No.
yeah. But
Listen. Let me just say
As
something.
long
right?
as it wasn't bong water.
This I can show you. This is the truth, right? This round we are in today, right, is not the same round that we were in the day before today.
yeah,
It's not the same place. I can guarantee you. There's been some sort of shift happened today again. It's just like I can't even explain, guys. Just so much has happened that it's just like, well, that's weird because that's such a different thing from the day before.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little bit shit that Santos is also banned 90 days on YouTube because
Shit.
he
man.
also would upload the next level.
Yeah.
11 days, is it? I didn't realize that. Oh,
Yeah.
I hit 48,000
20,
subscribers today.
yeah, 200,000, over 200,000.
Yeah. Does anyone know how April is almost half over now?
Santos is my friend.
Don't even do it. There's a heat wave coming in Britain next week.
Where's
We're
the
gonna be all like-
year gone?
We're going to be like
crazy.
all like
Yeah.
suntanning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did actually catch a suntan the other week. I was off work for that beautiful week we had. It was lovely, wasn't it?
Loves your new car though. I like your new car. I like your car.
Oh, do you like it, dear?
Yeah,
well,
I think better than a bike to work. And
I've been pedaling to work for the last 12
get it.
years, 12 miles a day. Yeah.
that's
And
mental.
during the lockdown, I have my son at the weekends, and I was just sick to death of getting taxis and buses to get my son to come back, nothing to do. So I said, you know what? That's it. I've had enough. I'm going to do 3 things. I'm going to get a new house, new set of teeth, and a new car. So I got all the 3 of them.
I set your
So,
intent and got it. Absolutely
There you go.
fantastic.
Taking
That's
care
why
of
you
Yeah,
look so
I went to
healthy.
Turkey to get a new set of teeth.
Yeah, my friend did too, but he don't like to. He went like literally last month. He paid $2,000 to Istanbul. Had a little holiday there, but he hasn't mentioned anything about it since he's got back. I'm thinking something sinister happened, like they made him dance with like tassels on his nipples or something. Dance, white boy, dance, or something like that happened to him.
That's a regular Saturday night for you, Martin, ain't it?
No. I've been to Turkey. I know these things out there, you know. So I was thinking something like that might have happened to him.
That was a strange place because I went there in, was it August 2020? Was it August 2020 or August 21? No, it was August 2020. Yeah, and it was dead, completely dead. It was
Istanbul.
weird. No, I went to Antalya.
All right, I've only been to Istanbul and Üsküdar. I've been to as
Yeah,
well, but
it was crazy because I was like, I was like Omega Man, walking around on my own.
I know,
Crazy.
so dangerous, easy to get killed there, easy.
Yeah, a nice place though. I've been there a few times.
Pretty.
Hopefully. Yeah, I wanted to go and see Manny last year. I wanted to take a. That's why I got the car to do some traveling through Europe. But obviously, with all the lockdown and restrictions and things like that, I put it off. But I don't know if it'll be this year, but it'll definitely be sometime. I want to go traveling Europe. Yeah,
Cool.
because I want to end up in Croatia to go and see another friend.
Right, well, I got an invite for Croatia for July, first Flat Earth Tatarian convention going down, and supposed to be flying me out there and as such. Well, actually, to Italy, to Verona, they're going to do a specialist experiment, Flat Earth, from a mountain range in Croatia and spotting that mountain range down the river, or down the back of Italy, across the Adriatic, and it's going to be like a Flat Earth experiment. So
I think the best experiment I've seen was the one. I'm not trying to blow smoke up my own backside, but the one we did with Dr. John D. Brighton to Worthing. That was amazing. That was. The conditions were just perfect, mate. And the tide was out at one of its highest points, and the water was like a lake. It was just flat. You know what I mean? There was no waves or anything. It was crazy. And to see that laser from 10 miles from 6 inches off the water, mate, was
Brilliant.
something else.
How many more proofs do we need?
where's the curve?
Yeah, Alex.
Where is the curve?
We see too far.
Where is the curve?
Brilliant song, that, isn't it?
And Marshy, if you go to Martin's convention, you can also bring your camera with you because he needs a cameraman.
Yeah, I've got two. I got.
Yeah,
the,
I know.
Yeah, I lost my camera. I don't know where it is. I lost a lot of possessions on the.
Martin, are you going to be filming the conference?
I got people. Yeah, I got a PA guy sorting it today. I got to talk to, and I got a friend come in who's like basically done some of the film work for the movie Next Level. She's a professional photographer friend. So
and how do we watch it?
Well, I'm going to stream as much as I possibly can. I'm going to get everyone else to stream as much.
Dude, you're going to be too busy. You won't have time to stream.
I know I'm always too busy, but I usually
have people coming up to you, talking to you. You're going to have to get a dedicated streamer.
I know, but we're working on that. We're working.
Is it just for one day, Martin?
Yeah, it's 11 to 11 though, so it's going to be a long day. I got like an interactive hangout to start, which has been a bit of a concern to me actually, because to nail a live over 3 time zones live Skype thing, it's been a big concern to pull that off actually for 2 hours. To start it. But first of all, we're going to start with Alex's amazing tune he made for us. The Birmingham people are definitely going to love your ass.
Well, I was going to ask you about that. Do you think that's too much?
No, man, I did the same. They love it. They love it. They love it that you just like recognize it. Look, if you talk to a Birmingham person, right, he'll say, "Oh, yeah, how's it going?" You go, "Yes, crap, innit?"
Well, let's set this up so the other people know what we're talking about. So Martin asked me to contribute to the conference, and he said, just play a Flat Earth song. And I'm like, oh, no, I can't just play a Flat Earth song, just static camera position, me playing the song. I thought I'll try and make it more interesting and more engaging, you know, and just so I got a little bit creative with it, and I filmed myself 4 times playing 4 different instruments as 4 Flat Earth men. So it's quite engaging. And I also cracked a couple of jokes about Birmingham, about the weather and about the shitty accent and and that kind of thing. So, but it's
what, you're not Birmingham, Alabama?
You mean there's a Birmingham in the UK?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh,
so yeah, I hope that goes. One of the reasons I asked you if you're filming it and streaming, because I would like to see people's reaction to that sort of humor, whether it goes down well or not. I think it will. I mean, English people have got a good sense of humor, right?
It is.
What's
my
the name of
to,
the song? Sorry, what's the
cover
name
all
of
this
the
stuff.
song?
It's Don't Believe in Gravity. It's the same version that's on the album.
My favorite one as well. No, you know, it's my favorite one as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I kind of did it in the studio with
I played it
4
for
of
my
me.
son today, and it was like, listen to the chorus, son. Don't believe in gravity. It's like, yeah, it's pretty good. He couldn't believe you were British. He said, is that a guy who was on the show with you the other night? It's like, yeah, and he's not a Yank. I was like, no, he's British. He's like, no way. Couldn't believe it.
The best part when we was in America, they were surprised that you was from England, weren't they?
Everyone
Everyone
says it. Every stream I go on, every person I meet, I had no idea you was English, so that's a compliment, right?
Yes, it was good.
Love it.
So yeah, I'm going to dive off now, guys, because I got to go do some work. I got like only 4 days before the convention and a lot to get on with. But like loads of people are coming anyway. We got Dave Murphy. He's come in. He asked me what I should talk about because he thought it might be mud floods related, and I'm like, I'm Flat Earth British, yo. Flat Earth it. So he's going to flat smack everyone. So that's going to be fantastic.
Lovely.
Yeah, because I'm Flat Earth British. I do Flat Earth. And my friend Ross, Hidden Histories, British Hidden Histories. Now he's going to cover stuff that's to do with King Arthur and Joseph of Arimathea, and it's mind-blowing stuff. He's the cutting edge in his fields. So he's presenting, and we got Roxanne's going to pop in and do some, maybe connect with Rich for 007. So we're hoping for that. We'll try and choreograph that in somehow. And Mac Devlin, who's unfortunately just lost his channel. So that's a shame.
Musical Truth.
So he's going to be doing Musical Truth. He is, right, Dave? He's going to be, but he's just lost his channel. So it's like, it's a blow to him, isn't it? All that. So
yeah, because he had quite a few followers as well, didn't he?
Well, he's one channel. I think it was like 70,000, wasn't it? Something like that. A couple of weeks ago, he lost that. He has a backup channel, which he starts building again, posting again. But he says he's not bothering with YouTube no more, and I don't blame him. It's just so disheartening to.
If I haven't got the young lad at the weekend, I might actually pop down. I might come to the conference.
You're more than welcome, my brother.
Because it's my mum's birthday on the Sunday as well. That's why I was wondering if it was an overnight thing, because obviously I need to be back for the Sunday.
Yeah, well, a lot of people are going overnight. I'm going up on the Friday. I've got to be there first thing and everything. And there's no, like, literally no transport back to Wales. It's the Easter weekend, isn't it?
Yeah,
So,
it's gonna be mayhem on the roads.
Yeah, so I'm probably just gonna go and do like I usually do, just go and like just feral it out in Britain, find somewhere to go. I usually do.
Martin, Brian Evans is asking, have you got my phone number in the chat? I don't know.
I'm not actually sure, Brian. I don't think it's on this phone. It might be on my other one though. I'll have to have a look. I think I have, yeah, somewhere. Right. But yeah, hope to see you there. Hope to see everyone there. It was in the FB Clangage. And I'll keep everyone updated anyway. What's going to be happening? There's so much
Looking forward to it, mate. I can't wait to see the stream. I hope you do some streaming.
Yeah, I'm doing presenting. I got a lot going on anyway. Loads of special things. Keep the day will be very, very buzzy and upbeat, and it would be like 11 hours or 12 hours of fun, basically. Fun and truth. More truth than anyone can handle.
Well, I'll be there in spirit, mate. So much love to everyone there. Yeah, send my love, wouldn't you?
Will do, Alex. You'll be there, and I will tell them that you said that. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you, man.
Don't worry.
Martin, have a good day.
All right, thank you, guys.
All the best, mine.
Much love.
Sure, brother.
Love.
Yes. Thanks for coming.
Sure, brother.
Catch up with you soon, Dave, my brother.
Cheers, mine.
Yeah, we see you soon, Martin.
Bye, lovely. Wales.
Yeah, Rolly. Look. Yeah, Rolly.
Oh, Rolly, you're so cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Martin, thanks to join us, brother.
All right, no worries. Thanks, Manny. Again.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Manny, I think I have to get going soon too, because we've been on here for about 2 hours, and you know.
Yeah, I haven't had anything to eat yet either. I literally woke up and drunk a cup of coffee, and that's it. And I'm starving because I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go and get some food.
That sounds glorious.
Sure.
Yeah, gonna make some lunch.
And we will do this again, Alex. All right.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been good. This is the first hangout I've done in about a year, you know.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I don't do many of them, to be honest with you. You know.
Yeah, good vibes.
Yeah, it's finding the time in it, because you know the time differences between, you know, America and, you know, people want me to go on in Australia and that, and you've got to try and find a convenient time, and sometimes it's just easier to say no. You know.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I actually did a presentation in New Zealand. I went to Auckland and did a presentation there a couple of years back. That was interesting.
Wow. Was that what's it? It was Adrian's place.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Nice. You went over to that? I didn't know you went over to that. Nice one, man.
Yeah. It was interesting. Yeah, it was good. It's a hell of a flight. Let me say that.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that, man. I just couldn't.
I was only there for 2 days, you know.
Oh.
I literally flew out there, went to the conference, and flew back. Like a week of my life was gone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it was a good experience. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was a good year for conferences, actually, because I think that was the same year. Was it the Denver conference? Was it 20?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I think I did a live link up as well to that. I was up at 2 o'clock in the morning. She said, "Do you want to do something like talk to?" And I was like, "No, not really," because I don't know, like. So like I say, sometimes it's easier to say no to these things than to say yes and to commit. And then you're like, why did I say yes? I've got all this stuff. Why did I say yes? But there I was, 2 o'clock in the morning talking to it. So that, yeah, but at the end of it, you're glad you did it, you know, you're glad because you get all these memories and this experience from it, you know.
The best experiences I've had have always been at the big Flat Earth conferences. They've been mind blowing. Yeah. And like just to be around so many awakened people is just nuts, you know what I mean? And it doesn't matter who they are. Yeah, you talk to them like you've known them all your life. It's just mad. It's the only time you can actually relate to everybody who you know what I mean?
That sounds amazing.
It is, honestly. It's the best experience.
Hard, isn't it? There's a meme, isn't it? There's a lot of people.
You're gonna make me cry here.
It's like
ODD as well.
Their own family, our own flesh and blood, we don't resonate with, but there's people on the internet that you do resonate with. They're like your family. That's sad in a way, but also wonderful in a way.
Hey, and when we was in Denver, guess who I was bunked up with in the hotel? The Morgile.
Oh, was you?
Yeah.
That must have been an experience.
It was, because I had his missus and his dog in the room with me.
Oh no, you were bunking with him. Fucking hell.
Yeah. It was interesting though.
Yeah, I bet it was. I mean, he's a wealth of information, but also he's a bit of a troubled soul as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's had a hard ride.
He's one of the other guys who I first started following years and years ago. He used to do some really good stuff.
Yeah.
In fact, he posted a video the other day. Actually, I look like an old video, but yeah, it's still about. I know he's had a lot of troubles and things like that.
Yeah. He's had a tough one. But I mean, you know, with such intelligence, he's almost like to that point where he's like a savant in a way, where he's so intelligent on one, but on the other, there's a blind spot. There's something not quite. It's like Rain Man kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
if you can find it, he did a debate a few years, might have been 5 or 6 years back now. He did a debate with someone, and it was absolutely amazing. Obviously, he nailed it. But I'm not sure if the video's about now. But yeah, the more guys, cool guy.
Someone said the more you know, the more a man knows, the more troubled he becomes, or something like that.
Yeah, and that's how it feels these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you there, man. I'm with you there, and he's a prime example as well. You know,
it's a strange place. It's like when I walk out now, I feel like I'm in a zombie apocalypse. I do, honestly. So
I've become more of a recluse in the last couple of years since all this, because going out there and facing these zombies. It's really hard work. Thank God I've got instruments and a studio to escape from, you know, because I think I'd go mad.
Yeah, I treated myself to a Taylor guitar as well. So
oh, lovely. Nice work, bro. My Taylor, dude, I bought that in America, and I can't stop playing it. I absolutely. It's not in the studio. It gets played more in the house, because I just sit and noodle with it every single night. It's just.
I got the big baby.
Yeah, it is. They're all your babies, aren't they? Really? It's like someone said, "What's your favorite guitar?" It's like saying, "What's your favorite child?" No, they've all got different personalities, you know.
Yeah. So, but I do love that guitar. I really do love it.
Really good guitar.
Yeah, you play really well.
Well, I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm just like a basic amateur, basically. You know what I mean? I just did it for fun. I just thought to myself one day, you know what? I want to learn the guitar. And so I just picked up the guitar and just basically strum a few chords. But yeah,
it's like learning a language. When you learn a guitar, you learn your first chord. It's like saying hello in French, and then you learn another chord, and it's hello, how are you? Then you learn a third chord, and it's hello, how are you? What are you doing? It's like you have to. You can never stop learning with a language, you know. And you got to start somewhere. And I mean, I wouldn't even call myself a guitarist or a singer or a producer or a pianist or anything like that. I do some of those things, but. Only thought, you know, I'm a jack of all trades, but master of none. I've not mastered the guitar. I don't think you can. I could spend another 40 years playing the guitar and never master it, you know. So it's just an ever evolving thing, you know, that you.
Martin says your next song should be "Where's the Curve."
I think that's been done though, Martin.
Where is the curve? The curve.
Yeah, play us the song, Alex.
Oh.
Yeah, here we go.
Where is the curve? Oh, there you go.
Is that the guitar they presented to you at the conference?
Well, no, it was a guitar I took to the conference, and I painted it white before I went there, and I had everybody signed it. You're on it.
Yeah, Marshy
I'm on there as well.
Marshy must be on.
I think I am somewhere.
No, Martin's not on it, but Dave's definitely on it. There's he was on
Marshy,
here. And Mike. Yeah, Dave Marsh. It says keep it flat line. There you go. I found it.
Yes.
Flatline. I also shared the stream in Flatline, Marshy.
Yeah, that's one of the oldest running flat Earth groups on Facebook as well. It must be 5 years old, that group. I know. And my Moon group, The Amazing Moon.
Yeah, Dave Marsh. Yeah, we see it.
That group I inherited.
Nice.
That's one of the oldest Moon groups as well on Facebook.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So you're forever ingrained in my guitar, Marshy boy.
Brilliant. Maybe I'll come and visit one day, mate. Whereabouts are you in Spain?
Northern Alicante, mate. You'll love it. It's such an incredible place. Scenically, it's beautiful. It's the best thing I ever did. I live in a microclimate. We get 300 to 320 days of sunshine a year. That's why I've got an all-round tan all the time. It's just glorious. I love it. If you can ignore the tyranny for 5 minutes, it's stunningly beautiful.
Yeah. Is it on the coast?
Yeah, right. I'm 5 minutes from the coast.
Oh, brilliant.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you're always welcome, mate. Come over and we'll have a right laugh. It's just beautiful. It's just absolutely beautiful. You'll love it.
Yeah. Right then, guys, I'm gonna have to shoot because I'm getting a bit peckish.
Yeah,
it's been great meeting you all.
But
this is fun.
It was very nice. Alex, many thank you.
2 hours just goes like that.
does.
Yeah.
It does.
Okay, really say bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thanks a lot. Have a good one.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Take care.
And
Yes.
we will do this again. We will do this again. Alex,
And
Yes,
thanks
man.
everyone
Marshy,
for joining
sure.
in the chat.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Cheers.
Ciao.
Goodbye.
Alex, thank you. Ciao, brother.
Ciao, man. Ciao, Lindsay.
Woo,
It was
ciao.
so cool. Oh, you can. Yeah, you can.